The savior who could save the MCU.
I am not. Shut the fuck up.
He interrupted my whole conversation. We were talking about Man on Web, and then he just interjected like
that movie was shit.
Hey, you guys know I'm a fanboy of Deadpool, so I've been holding this for a week, alright?
I'm kind of
hurt. Blame Jake. Blame Jake for everything that's been going
on. You know,
as
a matter of fact, the community as a whole who loved Marvel, the MCU, has been waiting for a long time for their one savior to pop up, and bam, here he is.
I'm just hurt. You didn't let me talk about Man on Web for a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead.
There for that live.
I was talking about how the movie has a lot of good things going for it. For instance, it was short. And yeah, it was a short film. You know,
I swear I zoned out several times watching that movie with you guys. It's not even.
Hey, Uncle Ben had more screen time other than just dying, right?
Yeah, because he didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait for when we talk about the comics, because I'm excited to talk about my gay shit.
That's our wish.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if it makes it feel better, Witch, we're gonna be starting off with a queer character as well. Deadpool.
Well, we gotta start it.
We have a whole process. You're like skipping a whole process we do.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to give a disclaimer, audience. When it comes to a movie I'm really excited for, I don't watch a trailer, right? Because I want to keep all the suspense, all the surprise, and
we will be brief about this topic.
We kind of will. I mean, look, here's the thing. I haven't done that for a movie in a really long time because a lot of the past comical movies have really killed my enthusiasm a lot. Except for Deadpool, but I already know enough in the background as to what this movie might be about. Okay, TBA, multiverse shenanigans, and I'm already expecting that every MCU property or cameo is up for grabs to be appearing in this. So I don't think the trailer would have really revealed anything that I wasn't really anticipating. Am I right?
Whoever's breathing back there, can you stop? Can you hold your breath? I'm just saying.
Can you just stop breathing?
Stop breathing. Mm-hmm. We're having a show here, okay?
Gotcha. So I didn't see the Deadpool trailer, but I feel like there's nothing that's going to spoil me. So.
Okay. Well, I will do my best to spoil you in some way, shape, or form. I'll play your ass.
I know Wolverine's going to be popping up, all right?
Listen, I know there's something in there you did not expect to happen, so I got you. I can say it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to risk it when we get to it?
Hey.
Okay. I'll leave it to you. Let's just do our introductions first. So.
Okay. Well, anyway, welcome to Comic Fanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415, the priest of the house of cult that is Deadpool. Yes. You're all welcome, my children.
And it is I, Jake Tylenol, the one who knocks with knuckles. Okay. I'm here on a quest of bettering myself. I don't know. I always mess up the second half of my intro. Who's next?
Ace Comics, Austin. I'm just trying to see what Jake said, and it was bad.
Yeah.
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, and yay, they didn't get rid of Rogue's ass.
Hey.
She never had one.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did.
No, she did not. If you watch that series, she only has ass in that one scene. She doesn't have the series.
She has a curve. She used to have a curve. So just like
she had a clear chest. All right.
That's not an ass.
Yeah. But she had a curve.
Yeah, this has been a thing on rivaling Twitter for the past few days. So I just
we'll get to it. Okay. We'll get to it. We'll talk about butts and chests when we get to it. All right.
It's time to let our audience know that together we form the Fanatics, and we talk.
No, we don't.
Well, somebody talks about the comic news and reviews of the week. Okay. Well, anyway, this is gonna be last week's stuff though, because that's more important. Than
It's a mix of this week's and last week's.
Yes.
Yep. But we're only going to be talking about the media and comic news. We'll save all the comic reviews for a separate night.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, Witch, isn't there something that you should be telling people?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Shut up, Austin. No one asked. Anyway, subscribe to the YouTube channel because I said so. And also follow the Twitter because that's where all the updates are going. We will keep you updated on the other social medias later. Anyways, if you want to follow your boy, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U because duh. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, Witch _ back, you can follow me at Witch _ Jotunheim, which please do because I just posted an art piece and also a cosplay reveal for you guys because I'm being nice over here. You can also follow me on TikTok under the same username, Witch _ Jotunheim. Yeah, I've been keeping everyone updated on life because I can. Also, my childhood stuffed animal Tellum is here. Everyone in the comment section, please say hi to Tellum, because he's been with me since I was a child. Don't ask where to find Austin. He is a brick wall with a face. It's not that hard. Jake, I don't know where he's been going. He's been going through portals recently. Don't ask too many questions. Just go along with it.
Things.
Exactly. And if you want to find Cryptid, you know how to look for him.
Pledge allegiance in front of the bald eagle 3 times and I'll pop up, audience.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to stop until people put a little bit of respect on the Ben 10 reboot. Okay? That's all.
Gotcha. But anyway, all right, let's get started. First topic of the night, Deadpool 3 trailer comes out.
All right, Cryptid, now you want me to tell you, so you know Wolverine's in this trailer. Do you know what Deadpool Wolverine will be doing in this movie at some point?
Shenanigans, time traveling, multiversal shenanigans. What?
What? Okay. Do you want me to say?
Nah. I've only saved that part. All right.
I was like, because you were saying you know everything about this movie. I'm like, I think.
No. I didn't say I knew everything. I just I have a picture as to what I'm going to expect.
I know there's.
Well, he don't want to hear about the aggressively gay sex that Wolverine's gonna do.
Hey, I'm wanting to see Deadpool fuck with Colossus, all right? Put that healing factor to good use. Come on, Witch. Witch, don't you want to see Deadpool put his healing factor to good use going up against Colossus like that? Come on.
Bro, I'm looking at gay shit at the moment. The day they confirm that Colossus is queer and 616 is the day that we're good. In Earth 19999, how many nines there are, I don't fucking know. It's not fair that it's only in the Ultimate Universe. Okay, this is bothering me.
But Cryptid, let me tell you something you and the audience already knows. This movie is going to start Deadpool after the events of Deadpool 2. His time travel shenanigans have caught up with him, and so have the TVA. And they are here to recruit Deadpool on a mission. We're not really sure what it is, really. It's just kind of like help us. We're gonna save the MCU or something, And now he's going around the multiverse doing some shenanigans, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, and then we see Hugh Jackman return at the end of the trailer. And, and doing something somewhere that you do not know, that you did not expect, Cryptid.
Okay. As far as the TVA goes, I'm going to be really surprised with how the audience reacts to that because, we as comic book fans are aware as to what happened with Loki, what he's been going through with the TVA, but does the general public know?
Not sure. Depends on how popular Loki really was.
Yeah,
But it's okay. It's Deadpool. He can use fourth wall shenanigans to explain it.
True. Yeah, I mean, I'm not you're not really looking at Deadpool for continuity or any of that. I mean, you remember that one scene in Deadpool 2 where you see the X-Men First Class cameo there for about 5 seconds?
Yeah.
No, and did anybody question, wait, okay, if that's them, then what year is Deadpool taking place? It's just
a lot of people did.
Yep. It's just a cameo. It's just there for fun sakes,
Yeah, the movie looks like it'll be fun. They already started the movie. Oh, the movie's also not called Deadpool 3. It's called Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, that's not good.
Ryan Reynolds has gone in full swing with marketing. I've already seen a lot of Deadpool and Wolverine marketing.
Literally, him and his wife were doing like a little funny haha thing with
yeah,
and the Super Bowl.
No, that was what he did was tease something big. You can see it in the trailer, but since Chris doesn't want to know, I won't tell him.
Okay.
And unlike Jake, I'm not playing. It's actually a big thing in the trailer.
Oh God.
But audience, you know what happened. So
why do Chris to go mute real quick?
Oh, okay. Let me. So now just message me when you guys are done with that spoiler. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So is he gone? Damn, he did a lot to leave. But so Jake, in the trailer, when he released the trailer, he said Deadpool Wolverine trailer. Also, where's my wife? It's because the wife is in the trailer playing Lady Deadpool. You can see her machine guns and everything in the trailer.
I didn't really paying attention. I didn't know. Also, we saw Wolverine and Deadpool fighting at the Fox Studios logo, which was like question mark, but I'm sure it'll be explained. You know,
it just means the universe is in there, bro. It was actually a company named Fox.
You think they're fighting? You think they're fighting where they left Ravana at? I guess where the fight is taking place.
Possibly. It depends on how far off this is. But like I said, when the trailer, there's a person who looks like the King variant with their timely with the hair and everything in the background. So either Deadpool happens at the same time before the ending of Loki, or happens way after they for some reason brought this guy back.
Or maybe it's all happening all at once. Maybe he's going throughout time.
Nah, because the TVA is just outside of time.
Yeah, but Loki went through time. They didn't stop Loki from going through the time of the TVA, so it's possible.
Yeah, that's because he was messed up the timeline. Not that.
I'm saying like it's possible. They could write it in for all we know. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying it could be. It's possible.
I hope you get a twist in your ass there.
No, but yeah, it was a good trailer, and I'm sure everyone's gonna watch it. Go get your Deadpool and Wolverine friendship bracelets. Not sure whatever they're selling them. I don't even know if they're selling them.
Hot Topic.
Is that a real thing? Which?
Huh?
A friendship bracelet's a real thing? Deadpool Wolverine?
Yeah, if they were real.
I'm calling Cryptid back in here.
Go ahead. That's all I want to
say. But yeah, Deadpool.
And that's why Deadpool has a big dumpy.
Yeah. But Cryptid, we didn't know you were here. I'm just kidding.
And I'm back.
Hey.
All right. So do you guys all believe Deadpool saved the MCU like everybody's expecting?
Every movie that saved the MCU.
Yeah.
So it didn't.
I never thought the MCU was dead. So.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of like this one scene in the comics, right, where during Bendis' run on X-Men, where you had the future X-Men come into the present. Yeah, and you find out that Deadpool is actually in the X-Men, right? And he's just trying so hard to convince the present day to listen to him, saying, "You don't understand what the future is like. It is so horrible, so destructive, so miserable, so messed up that they had someone like me be an X-Men." And now here we are in a situation where everybody's like, oh, someone like Deadpool is considered the savior of the MCU now.
Listen, everyone got a turn being listen, Spiderman was considered the savior of the MCU. The Guardians of the Galaxy saved the MCU. Loki saved the MCU. Listen, it's just Deadpool's turn to get on the chopping block. We have an Avengers roster of people who saved the MCU. Okay? It's just his turn.
I don't hear anybody saying Agatha's going to save the MCU.
I'm not saying Deadpool isn't hype. I'm just saying I've heard this before. So it's like that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Daredevil's going to save the MCU. I promise.
Yeah. The point is, will the MCU stay saved? Okay, that's what people need.
Yeah, it's every other month that's late. MCU is saying MCU's dead. MCU saved. MCU's dead.
Mm-hmm.
um,
That's it.
but yeah, okay.
But alright, guys. With that, I think we should move on to the next.
Yeah.
Who wants to do this one?
Oh, you guys hear that? I think someone's knocking at the door, and it's the Knuckles trailer. Hey,
I had Zdarsky said Austin do this one, but okay, go ahead.
why would you do this one? Okay, I'm just saying.
No, it's too late. It's too late now. Go ahead.
All right, so the Knuckles trailer is here. Okay, after a long overdue, it's Knuckles' turn. This time we have Knuckles trying to adjust to life outside of being a warrior, which leads him to go on a quest with the stupid deputy from the first and second movie.
Respect Wade.
Wade.
Yeah.
And
Give
then
him time to shine.
he and Wade go on a cross country adventure like the first movie to go discover Knuckles' true self, like the first movie with Sonic. So we're just doing the first movie again. Yay!
With a Knuckles twist, man. Come on.
No. Listen. I might sound like I'm mad at it, but I'm actually fine with it because I didn't like the first movie. So if they can just redo it but better, that's good with me.
Okay.
It's all right. All the Sonic fans have been raving because Sonic looks older, and it took me a while to look at it. I guess he is taller.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice. If you look very closely and compare him on the couch on his little like sofa cushion to the first movie, it seems like he got bigger. But that's about like I don't know.
Jeez,
If you're out here pixel scaling Sonic CGI, you need to do better with your life.
Right.
Yes.
That's what the Sonic fans are doing. They were looking at the picture. I was like, I don't know what people are talking about. And then I stopped. I looked at the pictures. I was like, oh.
How big are you expecting Sonic to grow? Like, come on, he's never been tall.
To be fair, Sonic's like height what 3 feet, 3, 3, I think. It's like something like that.
Yeah.
He's not that tall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it was cool. I know we won't, but I do like seeing that Sonic and Tails are in this show, even if it's probably for the first episode, because I do like seeing the Sonic Heroes, Team Sonic. I'm sorry, Sonic Heroes is
Team Sonic
interacting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kind of see their dynamic form in this universe.
Yep.
It seems like they're also trying to keep Knuckles his loner personality from the games, because Knuckles doesn't quite know how to settle down. And while he's cool with Sonic and Tails, he's not really cool with living here. Okay, he's still a warrior. So
I like that so much, you know.
Yeah. Which is more or less him from the games. He's always going to be stern. He's always about his duty. He's just it's a different flavor of something you like. Okay.
Yeah, I just like how he just has that what Drax was like in his first movie, right? He's just so serious, but him being so serious is what makes it funny, you know? Like, hey, I don't make friends, I make warriors.
Yeah, I love that one. No, it wasn't I don't make friends. It was like I don't make jokes, I make warriors. That was the one.
There you go. And when the wife was like, well, make yourself at home, he actually made the home his home, you know, the Coliseum, you know.
Like I said, I think after Sonic 2, this writing team really found their groove. Like they know how to make these characters work. Well, they can still be their own interpretations, but they are very much like the core essence of the game characters.
Yep.
So I really appreciate them for that. I'm really happy for this show. I don't know if I'm excited, but I'm happy for it. I want to see.
Why would you be excited to see them butcher Sonic 06 and another story?
Sonic 06 was already butchered.
Listen, that's a deep cut, and I don't know why they referenced that game in the episode title. So we got an episode title for the episode. We have like a list of titles for the episodes, and one of them was called "The Flames of Disaster," which is in Sonic lore a whole big thing that involves like another destruction god that destroys the world, and then that's how Silver comes in.
I'm just gonna be 100% for real with you, Jake. When I'm watching this show, I will be making Snapcube fan dub references the entire time.
I expect that.
They're so fun, guys.
My concern is that they're just gonna start. I appreciate their enthusiasm to give a wink and a nod to the fans. I hope they're not doing it without like any purpose. That's kind of my only fear.
Are you going to enjoy the ride or not? In a roller coaster.
You can't say that until you see it.
Yeah,
You think you just straight up just derail and crash to the ground for all we know. You gonna enjoy that?
I'll enjoy viewing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna bother. Like the references aren't gonna bother people who don't know what they are. But for me, they might get on my nerves if they just have nothing to do with anything. Like it's not.
If it's not just a reference and it's legit supposed to be just they butchered Iblis, yes, it's gonna piss a lot of people off.
So,
and then you got the black arms, which is the alien races on. They just made the robot according to this dude.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. So that's what I'm worried about. It would be like in Marvel in the MCU if they did like Shield, but they were just like a cleaning agency that had nothing to do with Nick Fury or anything. That's kind of what those were like to me. So yeah, like I said, I hope they don't do too much of that. But it seems like it's gonna be a fun time. I'm probably gonna enjoy it, but we'll see.
I'm just kind of sad. It's going to be in Paramount and not a movie. This would have been a fun movie to watch.
Oh no, I'm happy because the point of the show is just to give fans something while the movie's cooking, and the movie sounds like it's gonna be a good time so far. We'll see.
Cool.
I would not want a movie about Knuckles where just them redoing the first movie. That sounds terrible. That's I'm not paying movie prices to watch the first movie again with Knuckles. If I was going to pay to watch Knuckles, I want to see his actual bounty adventures they were typing up that they didn't do anything with.
But what did you think, Austin, overall?
I thought it was okay. They went full black Knuckles for some reason.
He was all.
I thought that was funny.
I thought he was always black. I thought that's something we agreed on.
That is not.
He was a rapper. I don't know.
That does not change what I said.
Oh, I'm just saying. I just want people to know. But continue.
Because for this, they were not going by the music or anything that the games went by when identifying these characters.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something they're changing because you brought this up before. We talked about this stuff somehow about this call, but fans were complaining like for 2 movies in a row that like they kind of wanted Sonic to have like his more music genre, which is rock. And it seems like in the 3rd movie they're gonna bring back a theme from SA2, which is like Live and Learn, which is a rock theme. I wonder if that's another course correction they're doing where they might be trying to get the characters back to where they like their song genres, but I'm not gonna put a stake in that. That just could be just a one song. I don't know, but there you go. But yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, I assume we're all gonna watch this when it comes out, right?
Definitely.
Okay. That's what a trailer should get you excited. It should be doing to you, So, well done.
I guess based off the list we have, I guess no one was interested in the TNT show because it's not here.
No.
If you wanted that on the list, Jake, you should have messaged me when I announced, hey, is this what you guys want? Is there anything else I'm missing?
I assumed it was here. I just thought we were just going to bring it up as a passing mention.
All right, we'll see how much time we have when we get through these topics. So, all right, guys, you guys have any final thoughts, or we want to move on?
Let's move on. I gotta relook up.
What's the next one?
Hold on, I gotta relook up the cast. What was the cast?
Just announce the topic first, Witch.
Okay, hi. I'm here to announce that the Fantastic Forecasting has finally officially been announced. I believe on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm open to this casting. Just letting you know that right now. Can I get a list of the names, please? I know it's Pedro Pascal. I know it's the guy who was in Stranger Things. I forgot his name.
Vanessa Kirby.
Okay, so it's Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Evan Moss Baccarat, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, sorry, as the Thing, and Joseph Quinn as Tony Storm. I'm so sorry. But
no, that's fine. That's how I said it the first time too.
Casting. is that we did cast a Jewish actor to play the Thing. Thank
Listen,
There you
God.
go.
Listen, get all of that, what you just said, throw it all out the window. Because everyone's talking about Pedro Pascal.
I don't give a fuck.
I gotta be honest, like I'm surprised at this casting that they just kept all them looking like themselves from the comics. And Pedro Pascal, the only thing I'm a little iffy about is his age because he's pushing close to 50 at the moment. But he's white passing, so I don't think it's much to complain about.
I don't know how I feel about Pedro Pascal until I gotta see a trailer with him, but like
I gotta see how this goes, man.
Mm-hmm.
And John Krasinski said he didn't want to do like a franchise; he just wanted to do one thing the fans wanted, and then he was just
Aww.
He will come back.
Crush our
That's the news
dreams.
they're not spreading around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But Jake, given your history of Reed Richards, what are you expecting out of this film?
It's like going to be the biggest douchebag I've ever met. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
Remember the bachelor party he threw in Fantastic Four 2? Made Sue upset.
Yeah. You want to see him making his special tacos?
There you go.
Okay, just because Pedro Pascal is just Chilean doesn't mean he should be seen making tacos. All right.
All I gotta say is I don't know what this cast is capable of together. So hopefully they could do something fantastic. I don't know.
Like I said, I have an open mind. Yeah, I swear I saw Joseph Quinn being fan casted as one Marvel character, and in the past, I think it was Johnny Storm, but I just can't remember.
It was Johnny.
It was Johnny.
I was thinking, him, and I think him fan casted Johnny for like years now.
I heard Galactus was going to be the villain of this film.
No.
Yeah,
no. Let's start off small and then go big.
No, because they're not doing like the full. So they're not doing like the. I don't think they're doing the Galactus come to Earth thing. I think the Fantastic Four is going to wherever Galactus is. Like he's not. They're not fighting and defeating Galactus.
Yeah, they can't start off with having Galactus as the villain of the week.
I think
they will, because it's not about beating him. I think it's more just introduction. Like, I think they're trying to get everyone in the universe first, and then because this show is set in the '60s, which is funny because that was a joke by Doctor Strange in his movie.
Yep. But what's wrong with Mole-Man being the main villain? Come on, give him time to shine.
I think not. So see, I was gonna pitch this because I was actually thinking of Austin's idea before he said it. So I'm glad that he said it. I was thinking like if you just did like a Star Trek type adventure with the Fantastic Four, like they're in space and they run into Galactus, they got to get away from him or something like that along those lines.
Yeah. I very doubt we're getting the full Galactus fight with the Ultimate Nullifier and all of this stuff in the first one.
No, here's what you do. You have Galactus act like a Satan-like figure that's so scary that the Fantastic Four can't fight him.
No, we're not doing Unicron, all right?
Well, no. Here's my pitch. Like, so you have him be the scary figure, but you have Fire Lord be the final boss that the Fantastic Four have to fight.
Yeah, they're casting the Silver Surfer.
They're doing Juno. Yeah, they're doing the female Silver Surfer. So far.
Oh, okay.
Keep in mind, there has been multiple Heralds of Galactus, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Right, but
but to be fair, I don't know why they're doing the female Silver Surfer. They could do Terrax. Terrax would be cool.
To be a better villain.
Terrax,
I'm keeping an open mind right now.
I'm getting over by because I'm like, most people really don't care about Silver Surfer. They just start lying to themselves. But I get, it's weird. They just be like, man, and then immediately go to female. They're like 90% of the other ones we got.
But we still need a villain that the Fantastic Four have to physically fight at the end, and that I don't think I've ever seen Silver Surfer.
I think if you're very
it's not gonna be they're not gonna Galactus be like, you gotta play Mole Man and Giganto in the middle of the city.
I think if you're very creative, I don't think the Fantastic Four need a villain. I just think they need a villain. I think if you're just a creative
they need to do what the current run is doing and just go full Star Trek. I think. Not Star Trek movie, the Star Trek show.
Yes. Star Trek show as a movie.
Hmm.
I didn't watch those, bro. All I saw was the 2009 in them. They had the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested, but it all depends on how they do it, and they need to be creative, be innovative. This is the Fantastic Four, damn it! Let's do something cool.
I mean, hey, audience, nobody wants an MCU movie to succeed more than Disney. So I assume by the time they actually start filming, they want a banger out right from the deck, you know? So let's give more faith and positivity to Disney, you know? So.
Nah, not that one.
My only issue with the Pedro Pascal casting, and you guys can tell me where I am if I'm in the ballpark here. It sounds like Pedro Pascal is in a lot of things lately. And I know a lot of
people don't want him.
Yeah, because like he's in a lot. So
it's a Chris Pratt effect where he's suddenly in everything. It's like, bro, I'm tired of your voice. Especially since him being in the last one screwed over the Mandalorian, which was a fan favorite show at the time, and that pissed a lot of people off of this guy.
I just thought like the reason they casted him is because he was already in the Disney payroll, you know, like
he's a big actor in their payroll, yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, I don't know. I would have rathered somebody like you know, like this. Oh, I never heard of this guy. What is he?
I would have rather them cast somebody who was a little bit on the younger side because, like, again, Pedro's almost 50 right now, and you're going to start off Reed Richards close to 50 at this point, you know.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I actually have a way to back this up. So it all starts with a man called John Byrne.
Yeah.
He has a thing that he likes to do sometimes, where he tends to pair much older men with much younger people, and I say much younger people with a reason. But we'll get to that later. I know they did retcon this, but you can make that work. You can play with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say Reed has always been at least like 7 to like 10 years older than her too, in like most continuities.
Also, I wanted to bring this up. Pedro Pascal said he wants to do roles where he can be like a father or a father figure. I think. Listen, I'm just shooting it out there. Maybe after the first movie, him and Sue get married. Second movie, the kids.
I think that's doing too much. Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, they're not going to be married immediately in the 60s. That's they just met. That's probably like will be their first big adventure before they end up in modern day somehow. So we'll have to see what that.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just putting it out there. John Byrne, you are a creepazoid, but
gotcha.
Have good ideas sometimes.
Gotcha. Austin, here's the scenario is how you make it work, right? They're in a life or death situation up against Galactus, and it's at that moment where Rita's like, Susan, I don't know if we're gonna live through this, but before we go, I want you to answer the one question I've been wanting you to answer. Will you? As he goes on his knees, and they have 5 minutes left to live. And if she says yes, that's just
like a panic thing, though. I don't know if that counts as a legit marriage.
That's the way you can make it work, man. That's the closest you can make it work. You know?
The real question is, oh, go ahead, Jake.
Because like, what if it's like in the first movie? We're like, remember the first? No, I'm sorry, it's not the first one. I mean, the one that most people grew up with, the one with Chris Evans. Where they were already before they became the Fantastic Four, so they were already like
they already had history.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you got to remember, Reed's gonna be significantly older than Sue potentially. So if they briefly dated, this girl's probably a teenager, and they're still a grown man. I just want you to know that. I don't think you can do that.
It was not to bring this up, but it's the 60s after all. Come on.
But the main thing for me is the ways they're probably going to end up in the modern day, since we know the whole trilogy is not going to be set in the past. Do y'all think that they're going to go through what it's called? Jake, what's the mini world called?
The Sicarian homeworld? Wait,
no, the mini universe. Ant-Man.
Quantum Realm, the Quantum Realm.
Yeah.
Do y'all think they're gonna be stuck in a section of quantum realm, or at least end up having to escape Galactus through the quantum realm, which is how they end up in like modern day?
I mean, they could do that, but the Sicarian, the wormhole that Hulk went through also has like a time delay depending on how you get out in and out of it. So.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it does. Because remember when Thor came, he was like weeks behind Loki. That's what Loki said. He was like, "I was here weeks ago."
No. That's because the time on Sakaar is different, not the wormhole.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's in canon for Reed to find new ways to time travel. You know, right?
Yeah.
New inventive ways of changing the planet to fit a timeline. Right?
Yeah,
Right, Jake?
he's an asshole. He doesn't care.
It's in canon that he moved the spot of Earth from where it was in the sun to the opposite side as a way of time traveling.
He's an idiot. All right, I don't know the guy.
No, Jake, we established that he is so smart that he's an idiot the way we look at him, you know?
Bro. He's just so smart that he can't see the obvious answer. That he goes to the most extreme. So that's the first thing his brain thought of.
Yep.
He can work the vending machine.
Just
time continuum and go to the future where I already did it.
Jake, just wait until you hear about. Yeah.
Good. So you'll understand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the body of the vending machine through the future. So we're going to watch it erode in real time and just take the snacks as the machine falls apart.
All right. But yeah, I think we all seem kind of cheerful over this Fantastic Four casting, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more than I could say about the next piece of news.
Okay. Hold stick. Who wants to announce this one?
I think Austin.
I guess
Daredevil. Austin, go ahead.
Daredevil Set Photos reveal first look at Bullseye and Daredevil. But a lot of people are being like very harsh for the Bullseye picture.
I have some thoughts.
Because it's mainly just his ultimate look, really. But he doesn't have the Bullseye yet.
Yeah.
Which probably might be added in post, really. I don't know.
I
thought it was okay.
I'm just hoping this looks better when he moves, because like from what I'm seeing, the only thing I'm thinking about is because we are aware that they had to do some massive reshoots and massive script changes for this series to, you know, better resemble the Netflix series, right? So I'm thinking to myself, oh, did they just call the actor in the last minute, say, okay, yeah, we need you to come back as Bullseye. You know that role you took like 8 years ago? Yeah, we need you to come back here in 2 weeks, fill that role again. And he's like, what? He's like, wait, what? I don't even have time to work out or anything. Do we have a costume? Oh, we'll sew it up as you're here. Like, you know.
The leaked footage of the not even leaked. They just gave it to the press. Like the footage of them filming the bar fight they're gonna do.
I didn't see that.
No.
You could actually.
We're not criminals.
It was all over Twitter, but it wasn't like it was. I think they just gave it to like some news publisher and then just like let people watch. But you got to actually see the Bullseye Daredevil fight in the bar. After he's like something happens where Bullseye's trying to assassinate someone and Daredevil jumps in. And a lot of that fight, I never realized how in filming how goofy like action sequences look when they don't have the editing. So I imagine like the suit probably looks better when you actually see the full effects and everything. That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, that's what I'm hoping for, Jake. You know,
there's a moment where there's a break in the fight. So you see Daredevil and Bullseye fight, and there's a break in the fight because they need to film people running. So you see them break off and fight, and off camera, Daredevil's just chilling on a bar stool. And then, like, the civilians are running away. It's like so creepy to watch.
That's how it be sometime, man.
Yeah, so now when I see that scene, I'm going to be like, Daredevil's just off to the left, just sitting there.
He's a breather, bro. He's blind. On his back.
So,
you expect a lot out of a blind man, Jake. You realize that, right?
Yeah. Listen, he's a blind man who can totally see.
Mm-hmm.
But if audience people here, if you don't care about spoilers, I recommend watching the the set video. I actually really liked watching it. It was a cool thing.
Yeah. Audience, keep
And
in
then, go ahead.
let's say, audience, keep in mind, Disney really wants this show to succeed, so bear with them. You know, they want to try making the right moves in this, so give them the benefit of the doubt with how Bullseye looks. You know, Austin.
But going on to Daredevil, we see his suit is basically just a brighter red version of his original Netflix suit that he got in the season 1.
Yep.
It looks okay. You can see its minor changes. It looks okay. I just wish it had the DD. I don't know why they just not put on his outfit.
Too obvious.
It could just be small. It could just be small, like on one of the pectorals or something.
I
But
think it has to be.
at this point, I would appreciate it being there.
I think it has to be big if they're going to do it at all, because someone did a fan edit where they put the double D's on and it was small. It looked very weird. So I'd rather.
Double D's. You talking about breast size? You want a D on each side? You want a D on each pectoral? You want to do D?
That's like in between the pectorals, and it just looked like it looked awkward on that suit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll fit on this. Yeah, no, this suit is bad. That's what I was saying. You do it small. You do it like on a right pectoral or something, like not in right in the middle of the chest.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
This suit isn't made for the symbol, so I was like, they never planned to put it on here.
Gotcha. I mean, as far as the suit's concerned, like, I get they want to go more fan service-y with making it a bright shade of red, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, like, practicality-wise, you know, Daredevil, you know, being a very stealth character, you know, he would rely on his dark color tones in the heat of battle, you know? But how
Nothing's funny. The suit color they went with, like, dark is, like, brighter than the current one he's been wearing. Like, with, like, the Chip Darcy one.
Yeah,
it's brighter than that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, exactly, you know? So I would like to see what the explanation is for why is he going bright red at this point. Does he just want his enemies to know that the devil is coming after them or something? That'll be cool.
That reminds me, it's like kind of a tangent, but like it's gonna be quick. There's a comic of like Robin and Batgirl, and they get like trapped in like this room together. And there's Robin.
Hey, don't do that.
No, I'm not gonna go the whole thing because the whole thing is just weird. But like sometimes I hate hearing heroes say shit like this. This is Robin when he had when he didn't have like the pants, he just had the underwear. And
yeah.
Then, the booty shorts on.
Yeah. And then Barbara's like, Dick, why don't you just wear pants? And he's like, it confuses my enemies. I'm like, bro, it's just like stop. It sounds so dumb. I hate when heroes do shit like that sometimes. But I just want to
if I was Robin, I'd be like saying, well, if Power Girl could show off her assets, I'll show off mine. So
yeah, but she looks good. You look stupid.
And I guess since you already brought it up and you brought that up, I guess we'll go ahead and say it. Well, people don't know, Robin immediately gets a hard on in the middle of that dumpster. So I was like, yeah, you probably should wear pants for now.
Yeah, Crypto, they were locked in a room together. They were like locked in a box, and they were like inches apart. And then Barbara's like, Dick, there's something like touching me right now. This was after Dick was like, you smell nice.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was not a good day for him. So,
Gotcha. But alrighty then. Any other thoughts on this news topic?
No, I feel like we should move on.
I dare you to watch Born Again. Only on Disney Plus.
Hey. Well, alright. In the meantime, Witch, go ahead. Announce the next one.
Yes, the X-Men trailer, motherfuckers.
Literally,
like, I don't know why, but when I first watched it, I didn't think about how the animation quality looked, but, you know, it looks pretty good. It looks like a mix of old and new, which I think I had to get used to now, though, but whatever. Anyway, if you guys didn't know, Charles Xavier died at the end of the original series, and they're picking up right when that left off, so, yeah. Also, Magneto kind of looks like a snack, not gonna lie.
Wait, I want you to know, I found out something really weird. So, in the original X-Men, like the original series and stuff, and even like the original comics, Xavier was not that much older than Jean them. he was only like 20 something. He just looked old as fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So yeah, so by the time those panels where he was like, "Oh, I was in love with Jean too," he was only like 4 years older.
I know, but it still
Oh,
is
man.
weird if you really think about it.
But yeah, but the longer time went on, they just kept making this man old as fuck.
Oh, just
He
wait
looks
till
the
you
same.
read the
It's
X-Men,
really
my
bad in
guy.
history.
Mhm.
It's so bad. But I was like, oh, so it wasn't creepy then. It's just creepy now.
Yes. Also, I don't know why Jean is pregnant in this show. Where the fuck is Madeline Pryor? Like, where the fuck is she?
Scott.
Mhm.
Let Cable have a proper family for the one time, please.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
I'm going for comic accuracy, but besides the point.
To be fair, what that is her by accident. What Jean got replaced like full on, even don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
Remember, there was a time where Sinister had the X-Men held hostage in the show,
fuck
right?
Sinister.
Yeah.
If I ever see Sinister in real life, it's on site.
which, if you have any more to say, I recommend you say it now because I have a topic I want to get to about this show.
Okay.
Hey, I want to talk about X-Men too.
Okay. So, just letting you know, hopefully we get some really cool cameos this time around. You know, I think it'll be really cool to see some other some newer characters, I guess you could say, that we haven't seen yet, or just see characters that we haven't seen in a while.
You just want to see North Star.
Record. I want to see the Bobier twins come back. Give me North Star and Aurora back, please. I beg of you. Give them to me. Put them in my hands, please.
Yay.
Also, I'm repeating this again. Magneto looks like a snack in this fucking trailer.
It's the hair.
You're actually talking about a 60-year-old man. He's shooting dirt.
Don't shame him. What are you talking about?
I'll shame him all I want.
Bitch, I have literally been in love with a fictional vampire that's like almost 1,000 years old right now for years. Let me live my truth. Live my fucking truth, bitch.
Which it's the hair, right? Magneto just pulls off a Silver Fox look, you know, right?
Unlike the actual character Silver Fox.
But no, I'm actually
He's dead, I
to
believe.
see how this goes and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just curious.
I feel like the episode where they bring in North Star, that's gonna be your 10 out of 10 episode, which
honestly we probably won't get him, but you know a guy can hope.
Mm-hmm.
If he does, I will be making a whole fucking thing. Yeah, no lie.
Yeah.
If I was expecting a new major character, probably like this next season, I feel like we'll try to do like a return to form first with the people you already know.
I'm just saying we did an awful flat episode in the original series, so let's stop this. Also, Morphin's NB now, so that's cool.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
Listen, and I don't have a problem with that. That just leads into what I wanted to talk about. Which can I move in real quick? Can I just step on?
Go ahead.
No.
Okay. I need people to stop acting like the X-Men were not a thing or not about like diversity because I was literally
that's their whole thing since day one.
No. I need to stop acting like they're only about Pacific diversity. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, let me put it because like if you want to make an argument that like I don't want Morph to be identify as this because he wasn't this before, this just kind of feels weird. We can have that discussion. But I've seen people go on the whole end. It's like X-Men wasn't really about diversity or like or fighting oppression. It was about like the aliens and all the. It was about so much more.
Mm-hmm.
It was the root of the story was an allegory. That's what it was. Even
no. To be fair, I guess it was half and half. Like to a degree, because you always had those stories. Anytime we was on Earth, was you like those stories. But most people who fell in love with X-Men fell in love because of the space stuff. Because Avengers stuff wasn't doing that.
Yeah, no, I think when Chris...
So I get it, but I was just saying.
Yeah, when Chris Claremont came in, yeah, sure. But yeah, people like who are like, that's not a bit... Like, people were trying to downplay that aspect. I'm like, X-Men Evolution, Season 2, a whole big arc that was basically a parallel to racial integration.
Sorry, we didn't watch that.
How about Wolverine and the X-Men, which is about if they don't get equality, everyone dies.
Sorry, we didn't watch that either.
Or the 90s show where Season 1 was about them trying to fight bigotry in the halls of
Congress. We tell you to watch that movie, watch that either.
Gotcha.
My problem is just how this is spiraled into like people just forgetting what the X-Men were. Yes, there's crazy stories out there, but the 90s show was talking about all this stuff before.
I had the opposite experience with that. Well, I did. Oh, go ahead, critic.
No, I just wanted to go back to Morph. I'm okay with him being he's labeled as non-binary, right, for the show.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's okay in that stuff, but I gotta think back. Like this is taking place in the '90s. Would terms like those have been around in the '90s?
Not the
I'm not
terms.
100%
Well,
sure
no,
if the
no.
term non-binary would have been used, but I
Hmm.
bet there was like
Yeah.
some way to describe yourself if
Some,
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
align with male
Yeah.
or
yeah.
female.
With
Well, to be fair, they don't have to actively say he's non-binary, as long as he acknowledges that he's not.
yes,
He doesn't conform to
yeah,
Because
that,
the other two things.
I
as
would
a
accept
shapeshifter,
that. Yeah, I would accept that. Like just don't say non-binary because it's not going to make sense in the '90s.
And listen, to be fair, to Morph, if your main power is that you're switching bodies every day, I mean, maybe at some point you are going to start questioning yourself. You know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
this is probably
like I
Yeah.
feel like that's like the one thing that all shapeshifters or shapeshifters, like gene shifters, which is a term I just recently learned, by the way, which we'll get to that another time. Oh, it's too much to explain. Like I feel like that should be like something to really think about.
Mhm.
Like for characters like Mystique, she's she's known to be doing this shit for a long time, so I bet she has had these types of like quarrels before, but
Mhm.
I feel like that's like
What-
one thing
Nah.
that all shapeshifters should have in common.
Mhm.
Nah, her gate is kept on the straight path. She knows exactly who she is and what she wants to learn.
Yeah.
um,
As far as like Morph, there's another thing I hope they continue off of Morph in the series is because I hope his status doesn't overshadow the character arc he's already been through in the show because he's been through a lot in that show. PTSD from the Sentinels, from his mind getting screwed over by Sinister, from him being a villain and holding a grudge against the X-Men for leaving him to die like that. That should be taken into
I did
account.
it again.
Huh?
Then
Oh, okay. I mean, those should be taken into account when you're writing more following up this series, especially since only a few days have passed since the finale, of this show taking place. That's just what I'm hoping for, at least.
no, that's fair. And I guess we could talk about the other stupid controversy that went way farther than it needed to be.
Yeah.
The women don't have asses. There.
no. Hey, wait. Okay, go ahead. I guess.
No, it was so in this version of the show, they desexualize things like Rogue from the meme has a fat ass. Normally in the show, she has a curve. It's not really like a fat one. It's just like a little curve to accentuate that she's feminine. But then they got rid of that altogether. Now it's just flat. From what we see, it's just like flat lines. If you want to pick about it, you want to make jokes about it.
It's a droopy pancake.
Yeah, if you want to make jokes about it, you want to make memes about it, I don't really care. That's fine. When you have YouTubers like crying out to Disney and like rage.
For real, I've been seeing it all on Twitter.
I could see why they'll be upset and why that will make people hesitant. Because the thing about Rogue is especially when you saw the original show, right? She clearly had assets. She clearly had a body. She had a butt. She had boobs.
She got her tits, bro. It's not that big a deal. Like if you're doing me for this character came simply because a meme had a gave her fat ass, and you care about this character, you're probably not gonna watch the show regardless.
Listen. Like I can make an argument for why she should be sexualized because that would be kind of the folly of Rogue, where she wants to have that human interaction but she can't. So you feel it. You're like, damn, I wish I was.
But at the same time, Jake, she's very proud of her body. She knows what she has, and she takes advantage of it.
Yeah, I if you want to make that argument, but no one is. Everyone's just upset because Disney desexualized this character. It's bro, it's not that serious.
Well, no. Well, to be fair, it goes over to a whole lot of stuff. It's not really just this series.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of stuff that's been affecting recently, and it's apparently only in the West.
Yeah.
And the West has been forcing it on Japan and them when they do their games and stuff over here.
Mm-hmm.
So that topic itself was a big deal.
I mean,
before Rogue came out.
I mean, Jake, there is a reason why our term variant covers fell of women, dude. Come on, Jake,
are you right now? This controversy is coming off of There's a Japanese game called Stellar Blade.
No, I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like throughout all gaming and anime and stuff that's been going over here, this has always been an argument.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it was going to be a big deal regardless. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's like,
I mean, I know some people send death threats to Oda for how he draws the women in One Piece. You know, like, come on.
That's for sure. I'm just no, I get it. Like I know it's like a deeper thing. It's just like people are making this like this particular one bigger than it has to be. Okay. I'm not against discussion. I'm just against like you have people like we're gonna fight back against Disney. We're gonna take the fight to them. We're not gonna watch this.
Cause no, they deserve that. Rogue is number one. He should be number one in everything.
Yep.
Say again.
If Rogue is number one, she should have number one assets in everything.
No.
This is she's the queen. Look, bro. If Disney had the X-Men from the beginning and they had to pick a premier female, I would have picked Rogue. Rogue would have been who I wanted, not Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, there was a reason why Rogue was a lot of people's first crushes growing up. You know.
Like Rogue over Storm as a premier.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Rose is actually already Avenger too, so she can actually like go through that role then one thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men at the start. It would have been Storm.
I mean,
next, and then
Storm would have probably been if they still plan to do Black Panther. She probably been moved there. That's why I was like, you want a premier female that's in X-Men and Avengers? It would have been Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they would have.
I mean, Rogue is that whole death by snooze sort of attractiveness, you know?
Death by snooze.
And don't forget, Jake. Rogue also has the biggest potential because she technically beat anybody.
I don't know if they would have cared about because even in the early 2000s, like Rogue, I mean, she was there.
Because they did in the comics. They did in the comics.
Yeah, no, in the comics, yeah. But I'm saying like in movies, I don't even know if like studios care. Well, Kevin Feige was in charge. Maybe he would have because like he was a comic guy.
Yeah, he's the one. He helped push Rogue in the first movie, X-Men.
But no, I don't.
But
I don't even think. No, I still don't think it's. I disagree. I don't think this was that serious of a topic. Again, it's a discussion, but it's not like a war. Like it's just it is what it is, bro.
Bro, your case not important. You don't change it important to
if
us.
it's important to you, go to those sites. You know the ones.
Jake,
I did.
Jake, if this was like a new version of the X-Men, I would see your argument with her design. But this is being following up specifically from the X-Men 97. We know what the characters look like. We know what their body proportions are supposed to look like. The fact that they had to change the body proportions is what people are upset about, you know?
But it's
look, bro, she just stopped squatting. Leave it alone. Go on to something else.
But it's not big enough to stop watching the show. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like
but it's enough to be upset about.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, but to be fair, you can't tell someone that it's not enough for them that's not watching the show.
No, I mean,
it's not enough for you.
I'm saying it looks silly. If you're on, like, there was like a dude who was like crying about this stuff on Twitter.
he grew up fantasizing about that ass. Leave him alone.
Jake, there are guys and there are gals who are upset about this. You know?
It's crazy to me too.
But hey, look. The other thing I wanted to talk about before we even got to this controversy was that, like Jake brought the morph thing, I saw like a different reaction. I was like, is it like every different group? X-Men represent basically anybody who clarifies as like other.
Yeah.
When it comes to like anything really. But if you go on Twitter, every Pacific group is just trying to claim X-Men as them. It's like weird.
That's a total thing, my guy.
And it's like that's what I saw. I'm not just talking about the black community or the gay community, Hispanic, like none of this stuff. Like it just everybody Pacific was like X-Men is ours. It's like is ours specifically like no. X-Men is everybody. Yeah. It represents all the issues, not just one issue. So if you're gay, you can't be like, oh, everyone should be gay because they represent us. Like, no. If you're black, you can't say everyone should be black. They represent us. Like, it's weird. I was saying that's what I kept saying with the more stuff, and I was like, what's happening right now?
Yeah, no, there was like, no, I've seen those arguments too, but on my Twitter feed, for whatever reason, focuses me in on the people who are like making the opposite claims, even though I can see the other side too. And I'm not saying that every tweet I disagree with. I feel like some of them are like, yeah, this is like a what the hell are you talking about? Or like, I think some of them even like, and just for people who are familiar with the channel, As terms of allegories though go, as I got older, the X-Men is not a good allegory for any of this stuff. If the X-Men were real, I would.
You can make individual cases for these allegories for specific characters or a small group of these characters, but fair enough.
Yeah. Hey,
they all do so many different things. Like, I'm gonna give an example of this real quick. I know you guys don't actually care, but I've been seeing. Shout out to one of my mutuals. I forgot your username, but you know who you are.
Shout out to you.
Where he would go on and say that that Wild Child, Kyle Gibney, could be an allegory for autism. If you like, if you know anything about Wild Child, that it makes sense. Like, it makes sense.
Too bad we got Reed for that.
Yeah, fuck off. Give me Wild Child or give me death. Fuck Sabretooth. Fuck Sabretooth.
Oh, guys, oh my god, we were talking about this for so long. I totally forgot. Wolverine's in this trailer, huh?
Did you Wolverine?
we got to talk about the voice cast they got, because
I think they brought most of the original ones back, didn't they?
They brought the original Wolverine actor back too.
That's the original voice actor for Wolverine, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Dude,
okay, if we're bringing back original voice actors, all I ask is that if you bring North Star in there, please give him a different voice actor. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Let's do some improvements. You know, I'm happy that they brought Wolverine's voice actor, but seeing his performance, I'm like, oh, dude, your voice definitely changed over the years. You know, like,
oh, definitely. That's how time works.
I know. I would have been more satisfied if maybe they just, like, you know, for one episode they brought him back for Old Man Logan, maybe, but I think they probably should have changed the voice actor, you know, because it's so radically different. Like, dude.
I remember watching the trailer, and then Wolverine said something. I was like, yeah, okay, that's X-Men. And then, like, Wolverine said something,
no,
this is terrible.
Okay, I think I know the scene in the trailer you're talking about.
Yeah,
that's the only scene he has.
Was on the Quinjet or whatever the fuck, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so when he's
where he was like, Jesus, bud, like,
I didn't even notice it was Wolverine. I was like, somebody said something, and I looked down. I was like, huh? And then, like, I went back and then saw Wolverine say it. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I noticed, and I was in, like, pure disgust. I was like, who the hell is that? What the hell's happening?
At first, like, I wasn't fully paying attention to the trailer. I thought they were bringing back Puck.
Yeah, you know.
I thought they were bringing back Puck and giving him a new voice actor. So I'll get to that.
Yeah. I mean, not everybody could be like Adam West and have the same voice for their entire life, you know. Like,
it's fair, but like.
No, I think the worst part about this, they didn't bring them back. People are just gonna be like, "Why didn't they bring back the Riddler?" Like, even though someone else probably would have been, I would probably brought back Steve Bloom or something.
Like, again, it would have been better if they brought him back as Old Man Logan, the voice actor. I mean, you know, do a time traveling shenanigan or whatever. But I also heard that they actually brought in the original voice actor of Gambit, but he's voicing another character this time.
Yeah. His voice didn't fit Gambit, so he asked for a different role.
I can imagine, yeah.
Maybe Wolverine's voice, that was just a bad line, and they thought it sounded okay. But maybe he's okay.
I doubt it. That's the first, like, speaking line in the trailer.
So I don't know. But yeah, as far as the drama is concerned, Austin, to your point, I do want to say, like I said, just to reiterate, I know there's extremes on both sides here. I'm just saying we're both saying what we saw, essentially.
I was going with what you said. I'm just saying that's all I was saying. It was getting on my nerves every time I got on Twitter. That's all I saw.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, the X-Men are not really, to me, and you might hear it before. If you watch stuff, they're not good.
I was saying, if you see that if you see how the X-Men get attacked and stuff as an allegory for homosexuality or being, you know, black or Hispanic and stuff, you got to remember that these people have powers that easily kill people. And most of the time, when most of these people woke their powers up, they did kill people, whether they meant to or not.
Yeah.
So while the reaction is extreme, this is an extreme situation, not just. You don't look at them as a direct allegory, Holmes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I think the show will be fine. I liked X-Men 97. I didn't need it to come back. It was okay. It ended when it needed to end.
But what about Disney's admitting that if this show does well, they will looking to bring other shows back, and the 4 that was on the list was Spectacular, Earth's Mighty Heroes, something else I don't remember, something else I don't remember.
We're gonna need fatter asses for the show to
To be honest, while that sounds good on paper, I'm a little bit worried as to what they'll do to, like, let's say Earth's Mightiest Heroes or Spider-Man, because they were good. They were left on a high note, you know.
Not Spider-Man.
Oh, okay, except for Spider-Man. Except for Spider-Man, okay.
I need to see how Greg Weisman writes Spider-Man now in his new Spider-Man book, and then I'll get an idea. I don't really care for shows coming back after years have passed because I don't know if they'll just write the same.
Look, I think this is the real reason why they want to bring back those shows, is because the new content they're having has been met with very mild reaction. I'm talking about like the Disney Plus Marvel shows, you know? So they will want to.
This show is good.
To be fair, then they can just bring back these writers to do their new stuff. They can get brand new people to do like everything. Like it's not working.
Yeah.
You need some veterans. You need some veterans to do these new shows.
Which were you saying?
But
a fan in the background.
Yeah, what's going on?
Which you
anyway?
Which?
Huh?
No, well, guess not.
No, I just wanted to say that I hope this show is good because the original was pretty good for the time.
Yeah, we all are hoping.
Also,
but
at the Hellfire Gala after party at San Diego Comic-Con, I am still, myself and many other people were still very annoyed that they never played the X-Men 90s trailer music, okay? We're all annoyed.
That's terrible.
Also, that it was super hella crowded too, so what the fuck, man? Also, yeah, I hope it's good. Anyways, let's move on.
But, the Earth Mighty Heroes, I have a little bit more hope because unlike Greg Weisman, who did take a break from kids shows before coming back to comics, the writers for Earth Mighty Heroes are only doing like kid action shows. Like they went on the Young Justice, and then they went on to something else too. Right now,
I thought people don't like the Young Justice seasons, so they're the ones I can't remember.
I just
want to be a little. I ain't saying they're good. I'm just saying they're not a practice.
If they bring Earth's Mightiest Heroes back, I want it to be a show for the comic book fans, because that's really what the charm of Earth's Mightiest Heroes was. But I feel like in modern times, it'll just be a slave to the MCU, you know? They'll try to...
No, but they wouldn't do that because they already had a slave to the MCU. Earth Mighty Heroes basically MCU, but better than MCU. Because they did all the arcs. The scrolls, like all that stuff. They did all those arcs. Great.
If this was like the MCU, they would have had Thanos be they would have been bringing in Thanos and Ultron as the main bosses instead of Kang and Galactus, you know?
No, well, Ultron was the main boss for episode. So that's what I'm saying. Everything in the MCU already exists in Earth Mighty Heroes, and it was done better, is all I'm saying.
But
Thanos was supposed to be in season 3, just like the X-Men was supposed to be in season 3. Kind of like the MCU now.
The big boss the big boss was supposed to be Surtur, the fire god from Thor's realm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying Thanos was supposed to be in season 3. He wasn't going to be the big bad.
Okay, eventually, yeah. A lead up to
it.
Let me,
but
I was on the phone with my dad, and because he was like an old comic fan, and we were like talking about old comics and stuff. And I was asking like, hey, have you seen like Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes? Because a lot of the stuff that you said you like, because you like the Jack Kirby, Stan Lee stuff. I was like, a lot of stuff that you like about the stories is in that show, and he was like, oh. And then I went through the show with him. I saw like all the stuff that was in the show, like things that like I was like Wonder Man's in the show. He's like, Wonder Man's in the show. Oh my god! so now he's watching the show. He's like binging it because it reminded him of the comics that he read. So
there you go. That's why it's a love letter to comic book fans. You know, how much you want to bet if they bring Earth's Mightiest Heroes back, they're going to try incorporating Kamala Khan?
No, that'll be weird.
Yeah,
to be fair, the show itself was already bringing in new heroes all the time. I don't think it'll be.
Well, not
that way. If one new hero is Kamala Khan,
new heroes, but not a new generation, not the modern generation.
I get what you're saying, because like when you bring a show back, you kind of want. I don't think they just like Samurai Jack did, but you kind of just want it to feel like where you were. right? Like you don't want it to feel like it's today. You just want to be like, oh, if it just
No,
kept going, this would have happened.
no, but that's what I mean though. Even in that show, they were constantly bringing in new people. X-Men randomly showed, like people just randomly showing up all the
No, I
time.
get
Yeah,
that.
icons in Marvel, yes, but not like anything from like modern times.
He's saying like and you correct me if I'm wrong. I think the idea is like I just wanted to feel like the next season happened in that time.
Yeah,
Not that like Kamala Khan was there. Kamala
yeah,
Khan was
exactly. Like Austin,
No, I'm saying
Austin, what?
if they do next season and they decide to bring Kamal Khan, I wouldn't care.
No, Austin,
It's just another random character who already exists.
Austin, when you were saying like they're bringing in new Avengers, right? They actually did have one episode where they had all those new Avengers form a team of their own because the
I know.
Avengers were gone. And those new Avengers you're talking about, right? They were War Machine, they were Ben Grimm, they were Power Man and Iron Fist. Characters that have long since established their role in comics in Marvel for years. Not like any modern superheroes. That's what I'm worried about if they do bring Earth's Mightiest Heroes back. Like, come on, I want to feel classic. I want to feel like a classic, Avengers comics tale, But anyway,
Yeah, it's funny that you're saying that because the comic you're reading right now that you're enjoying with classic Avengers old has Kamal in it.
Crypto, would you be okay if like it was maybe not next season, but like if they did like 2-3 seasons more, and then they start introducing the next generation? Would that be okay with you?
maybe,
I don't want this show to go on to get 5 seasons, to be honest.
maybe, or okay, maybe, right? I mean, I would feel more comfortable if they bring in Thunderstrike before they bring in Jane Foster, but I feel like they're going to immediately jump right to Jane Foster. But that's how.
Yeah, because Jane Foster's already in the show.
Ah, shoot! I like that Jane Foster better than Mighty Thor because, like, okay, this is going for a different discussion right now. Right now, we spent way too much time on this topic. Any final thoughts before we move on? Because we still got other topics to go through.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, same here.
Hopefully, X-Men be X-Men.
I'm not excited.
Oh.
No. Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, here's one book that may or may not be exciting to us. This is the next topic. Let me read this. Hold on a sec. Okay. Legendary Punisher writer Garth Enis returns to write Get Fury miniseries.
Huh?
Okay, so apparently, like, this is going to be Punisher's book, but Punisher, Frank Castle, before he became Punisher. It's going to be a story about his time in Nam. Specifically, he's given the assignment of tracking down and killing, Nick Fury Sr.
Okay.
That's it.
Look, I feel like this is a double-edged sword take because I don't know if you guys knew this, but the new Punisher series that's out right now, like the one with Joe Garrison, yeah, it's getting canceled. I think it only has one more issue.
Happen.
Yeah, it only had one more issue left, and god dang it, that writer was intending to write this story for the long run. If you listen to his interviews, he was going to be making like this whole rogues gallery. He was like trying to promote all the new changes as like, this is so meta, audience. Like Joe Garrison, okay, he doesn't use guns, but he uses high-tech weaponry that are even more lethal than guns, that are so amazing that they can't be realistic. And he has a skull in his chest. I mean, okay, yeah, it's just some LED lights that just accidentally happen to look like a skull, but it's a skull in his chest. He has his own microchip. I mean, yeah, she's a diverse woman of color, but he's an ex-member of Shield. I mean, we're not making him an ex-member of Shield because we don't want him associated with any real branch of the military. Why aren't you buying this book?
I told you this was going to happen before it even came out because people don't want to read about someone being a Punisher who isn't Frank Castle, who's been disrespected for like 5 years.
I know, but on top of the fact that like all the changes they made that pretty much neutered and lobotomized him at the same time, all the concepts of Punisher,
That was such a big. Yeah.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I think that was such a big deal that Garth Ennis, who wrote Punisher Max, was the most brutal Punisher story of all time. Really, that's the one who like was torturing man. He had like that man's entrails wrapped around a tree and stuff. Like
Mhm.
that was that terrible.
Yeah,
But
that
that's
was
why
a
it's such a big deal that this guy's coming back. Cause
that, yeah,
go ahead.
because Marvel's like, okay, look, we gotta really throw a bone for the fans because it's clear that they want Frank Castle back, but at the same time, we don't want to promote Punisher. So here's the bone we're giving the fans: we're bringing back Frank Castle back, but this is going to be during his in the past, in military time, before he even has a skull.
I think people will be fine with that as long as it's like I said, as long as Garth Ennis right, I think people will be okay.
I guess I feel like this is a double-edged sword, but and by what I mean is like if this story does well, then Marvel will be like, okay, so we can't sell Punisher without the skull in his chest, or you know,
I think for a while they can, as long as it's Frank Castle still doing Frank Castle stuff. That was the big problem with it. They
mm-hmm,
took the skull away, and then they had him use swords, and then he
mm-hmm,
wasn't even really punishing people. They gave him demon magic, like all this
yep.
other stuff. But you have
Oh,
him without the skull in the wartime Punisher. We don't get a lot of. I
you
think people
know,
be
it's
fine with it.
But if
you
I
know,
could
it's,
interject real quick, would
go
you
ahead.
guys be okay if like the Yakuza Frank Castle where he doesn't have the skull, but until like an intense fight and he rips off his shirt and the skull's on his back like tattooed ink. Then he just fights with it. Then you can just do that.
Nah, yeah,
And if it
nah,
was
it has to be in his
tattooed, I
chest.
think people. Well, to be fair, if it was tattooed on its back, I feel like you have to do it like in the Ultimate Universe, like like right now they did shit to Punisher, and you probably get away with that.
Jesus Christ.
But it was
You know, they kind of did something like that, Jake. It was like during Matthew Rosenberg's run of Punisher, right? Where, he had this long running feud with Zemo, and there came one point where Zemo captured Frank Castle. And keep in mind, when Zemo was growing up, his mother wanted him to be an artist. So he, in a sick, twisted tribute to his mother, he like carved the Punisher skull logo on Frank's chest with a knife. You know? Damn. Hardcore, but that scar was going to heal by the time the next rider came in, Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, that was
I
also another thing. That was also another thing in apparently in Joe Garrison's run as Punisher, because like the writer was like, okay, this Punisher, there's not a lot of killing, but this is a creative way for us to explore punishments worser than death. Yay! Come buy our book, audience. Like, I can appreciate
but
you. I can appreciate you hyping your own book, but at some point you have to be realistic. Like,
yeah, I feel bad for him. He clearly had a lot of. Obviously, he got dealt a shorthand. I'm sure they're just like,
yeah,
yeah, we just want to write this non Punisher book. So the dude had to come up with all these crazy ideas himself, that he
yeah,
was excited to write for. So I feel bad for him, but I hope he gets another book with something.
yeah.
But he had no beforehand. It was going to be an uphill battle that probably was not going to work.
Yep. I mean, he was bringing in Jigsaw into his series, and apparently even Jigsaw had.
Jigsaw with ninjas.
Yeah, like he dropped the guns and went with ninja swords. Like, wow, wow. But yeah, as far as this whole Get Fury miniseries goes, I'm honestly going to wait for a review to happen to see if I want to pick this up.
Yeah.
Uh, Again, I'm just like, I feel like there's a bullet in each chamber. I want to support, bringing Frank Castle back to his original roots, but at the same time, this is going to be Marvel's way of saying, like, okay, if this series does make sales, then we can have Punisher without the skull on his chest. It's a conundrum. Any final thoughts, Austin? Jake? Witch?
What?
All the non, a lot of the non-symbol books are set in the past. I'm fine with it. Because we don't
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of wartime Punisher. So Punisher in the war is like a big deal.
Oh,
The
yeah.
only thing we really knew before Garth Ennis run was like he didn't know Captain America. So you pretty much do a lot with Punisher in war.
Yeah.
Apparently with their new status quo of him kind of always being a Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you have like even like the first like year one like war type stuff. But
keep in
like you
mind.
said,
Go ahead.
go ahead. No,
No,
we're just about to say keep in mind what.
Oh yeah, I was about to say like Frank Castle was a Captain America fan even as a kid.
Yeah, so it'll be nice to see like his year one and how his relationship with Captain his how he admired Captain America leading to him falling down his like or falling back in his old habits. I guess the best way to say of punishing people in the wartime. Because the first year he's probably be like very hopeful. He's Captain America said come to war. We at war. We're trying to see like you know what I mean. That could be like a great dynamic book you can do.
Yeah.
That I kind of want to see now.
Okay, yeah. Now you sold me on that pitch alone, Austin. You did something better than the writer of Joe Garrison did. Like I want to see a hopeful Frank coming into war and coming out a different person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which you were about to say something earlier?
No, you asked about me earlier. I was like, what?
Oh, okay. You don't read the Punisher. I forgot.
I don't really care about Punisher. I'm sorry.
No problem. Not a problem. But alright then. With that, you guys want to move on to the next?
Yes, please.
Which you want to do the honors?
Why does Marvel's Bloodhunt event have to have 40 fucking tie-ins? 40. Not like 5, 10. No, 40. What the fuck is that about? Who's getting all these books?
No, 20 weeks.
Go ahead.
The last book that almost had 40 tie-ins was going to be the Hulkling. You remember the Hulkling became like the king of the scrolls and
Empire?
Whatever that's called. That was supposed to have like 40. They cut it down to like 5.
That's probably for the best. Like I am still salty that we didn't get that Strike Force tie-in. But you know what? I'll live because that book came out in 2020.
Wait, there's not like one part of you that's thinking like, wow, Marvel must have saw the script of this Bloodhunt event and said, this is so amazing, this is so monumental, let's give it more and more comics because it's such a great event,
Like at this point, give me another fucking Alpha Flight book. Jesus Christ, put that in the tie-ins.
Let's explore Canadian vampires and have Alpha Flight go up against them.
I don't fucking know.
Something new.
It won't be the non-mutant half. It'll probably be the mutant half, but whatever.
Oh no! I'm expecting them to delve into the mutant vampires.
Wolverine's apparently going to be a vampire.
Jubilee better. Hey, Jubilee better damn well go back to being a vampire for this one event. If
Wolverine doesn't come to them, I won't Jubilee like, nah, I already been this before. I'm not doing that. I want Jubilee to fight harder to not be a vampire than anyone else.
Was Jake saying something?
No, I didn't hear Jake.
Okay, gotcha. But you know what? Let's have fun with this. Like, let's have a strike force specifically to go up against vampires. So you're gonna have Jubilee. Come on, her fireworks powers will come in handy. Dazzler, of course. Why not? Who else? Blade. He has experience going up against vampires.
Please, bro. You already know Blade. Blade probably started this.
Probably. We better get her line back. We better get her back.
I'm surprised you're not petitioning for B negative to be popping up.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
He was in one book, right?
Yeah.
And out of everyone in that New Warriors book that didn't get through, he was the only one that get through, right? And I was like, okay, cool. I love that he's in it. He's a cool, interesting character, But I highly doubt that Marvel is going to be thinking about B negative when it comes to the big vampire event. But if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Wait, what 40 tie-ins? They better be thinking about them.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have like.
Oh my god!
Look,
40 tie-ins.
Is Austin B positive for B negative?
Yeah.
Does Marvel even have 40 books out right now? How many books do they have?
I think we're right at 40. I think we're right under 40, really.
Mm-hmm.
Not including just main Marvel, not like Star Wars or anything else like that. Like main Marvel.
Or probably like half of that.
Yep. You know what? This is the very definition of rising tides lift all sails. Every vampire that you know in Marvel has to have an involvement in this event. You know? That's what I wanted to see. Or anybody who has any association with vampires in history better have a part to play in this, you know?
Definitely.
I looked at some of the tie-ins, and some of this is like throwing me off. So, like the Venom tie-in, the cover is the return of Lee Price, who was this guy who got Venom, who turned Venom evil for a living. It's like, why that happen?
Oh, everybody hated Lee Price.
Yeah, but it's like, why that happen? Lee Price is not a good character. He's already dead.
Dude,
Why are you bringing him back to turn into a vampire?
To kill him again. like seriously, he had the most like hilarious death in Venom comics. It's like when he and Eddie were both in the same prison. Like Lee Price goes up to Eddie saying, "Oh, you the guy everybody's talking about? You don't deserve Venom. You don't deserve the symbiote. Look how dedicated I am to the symbiote." And he opens up the shirt and shows that he has the Venom logo tattooed to his chest. And Eddie is like, yeah, and Eddie is like, "Oh my god, you're such a joke, man." Speaking of jabs, I would like for there to be one moment in this event, right, where the vampires they're taking control of the world, and then they run into a group of vamp kids, and the vamps are all like, "Yay, we're one of you, our fellow brethren. We've been waiting for this moment for all of our lives." And the vampires are like, you people, we hate you people most of all. You realize you're doing the equivalent of blackface to the vampire community, right?
That could happen because there was vamp kids in Moon Knight. Because Moon Knight assistants were vampires.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Moon Knight's also dead, so we'll see how much care they care about it.
I think that's a joke that will definitely sell, And the vampire kids will be like, did we say we're vamps? We're actually goths. Sorry for the confusion.
But Chris, you saw the new Avengers team in the tie-in book?
I saw a quick glimpse. What is it? Captain America, Hazmat.
Yep, Hazmat from X-Men, Hercules, Quicksilver, and Kate Bishop Hawkeye. So far,
those are the only people getting books.
Okay.
Doctor Strange got a crossover. Oh, Doctor Strange turns to a vampire has crossover.
Good for him. I mean, I'll read anything with Hercules in it, So
it's still Jet McKay, so I'm sure it's going to have quality at the very least.
Oh,
he's been consistent so far.
Okay, in that case, we definitely got to have a Black Cat issue then,
Oh, so wait, the only reason there are 40 tie-ins because it's not just like one issue tie-ins; they're like multiple issue tie-ins. It seems like they're counting that.
Oh, okay.
So first Spider-Man tie-in is him versus Morbius, or Morbius is the key to, or Morbius is the key to saving all this. And then the next issue is also a different tie-in about something else for him.
Yep. When is the Spider-Boy tie-in going to be announced? He has fangs, Rich. He could be part of this event.
Yeah,
you're joking. I was like, yeah, you're joking about Spider-Boy. I would be interested to see how Doc Ock and the other villains take care of this.
Yeah.
Because they're like, Doc Ock's very active in New York right now. So what stuff going on? I feel like he's gonna be one of the first people offended these people are trying to mess with him at this point in time. So him, I think the current Craven's back in New York right now. Like every major Spider villain is active in the game war situation.
Wow.
Green Goblin's back. Is he gonna do something in his art?
You see, it's funny you should mention that, Austin, that Doc Ock would be part of this event, because if there was ever a time to have the power of the sun in the palm of your hand,
it's now.
Yeah.
Yeah, underrated. We need to team up of Morbius and And I
Mhm.
can't even say it was straight face. I don't think they ever have before. That'll be so weird.
You know what I would like? I would like Deadpool's tie into this to be like Shikla coming back. Because in case the audience doesn't know,
Yeah.
in case the audience doesn't know, when it came to Deadpool's ex-wife Shikla, she went on to she left Deadpool to go marry Dracula, right? And she left Deadpool a letter saying, "Yes, I have to fulfill my commitments to Dracula. I'm going to go off with him in his castle. But if there ever comes a time where he's out of the castle, feel free to come up, booty call style."
Which is funny because Jason Aaron also ignored all that too with his whole Dracula
Yeah,
arc. Well,
yeah. Well, that was Jason Aaron shenanigans. But
I won't lie
I'll
though.
still, yeah,
I do hope the Blood. I think what they call it, the Blood Council or the Blood General, wherever that team was. I
yeah,
do hope they're in this event because I actually like the idea of it. With
yeah.
Dracula's son, his whole little fake Avengers team himself. I think that'll be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Boy Thing, not the
Oh,
actual character, Man Thing's son.
change the name, damn it.
Yeah,
Okay.
bring back Boy Monster, please.
uh, Rich, do you have any ways to make this event fun? Come on, man.
Give
Think of
me an Alpha
something.
Flight book. Or just give me a North Star mini and I'll be okay.
Gotcha. Have North Star be a vampire.
Fuck no.
No. Make Kyle a vampire.
No!
Ooh, yay.
But he hasn't had enough going for him yet just for
Uh,
that.
mhm.
Keep in mind, he's
Let's
still
see.
in space, I think. He's still in space. I'm letting you know that
Hey,
right now.
You
Hey,
don't think vampires are in space?
Not what he
yeah,
said.
Kyle could be the next space vampire. Which,
No, we're
come
not
on.
doing that right now. We're not
Cosmic
doing that right now.
vampire.
No.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, just let him vibe. Just let him do
Oh,
his thing.
here.
Okay, I think he's sick and tired of having to deal with him being a damsel in distress. Just let him chill. Just let him fucking chill.
Yeah, but with vampire
Let me
power,
see.
he can be the hero.
Here's the
Mhm.
thing. Here's the thing. As someone who's read a lot of North Star and Kyle stuff, even though Kyle hasn't had a lot of books that he's been in, literally part of the reason why he hasn't learned how to use weapons or magic for any of that matter is because that's something that he was never interested in. He's not a fighter at all.
How dare you just be a lover? If you love something good enough, you can fight for it.
Hey, I feel like if you're married to somebody who's a superhero or having to deal with a lot of supervillains in their line of work, you should learn some ways of defending yourself.
He does yoga sometimes with his sister.
Oh, yoga!
Yeah. Look. That means he can die scripted. Okay, he gonna be dancing around these shots, right?
Here's the thing. He has survived many things while being in a relationship with JP. I swear. He's been mind controlled by Purple Woman. He's been put under experimentation. Keep in mind, he only has 4 toes on each foot and no appendix. Just remember that. He also survived.
Stop.
He also survived the Morrigan bullshit. He survived a lot of fucking bullshit, including Trial of Magneto, where he was basically just used as a hostage for a little bit. He dealt with the Alpha Flight shit with Orchis and Department H. He's been through it all.
Dude, I want to give Kyle a gun.
That's what me and JT were saying. We want to give Kyle a gun because he's had
take Tylenol.
Why not give him a gun now?
Yeah. If you're living in a place,
Joanne, give him a gun.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to Bloodhunt. Hey, let's have Black Cat be a vampire. Come on, she could pull the sexy vampire look after all. So,
I just hope this event is actually fully inspired. I feel like it's coming out of nowhere. Oh, well, I guess it's not coming out of nowhere. Cause I think what's this the original time where Blade was supposed to come out, the movie, the original time thing. So we know Marvel plans this stuff in advance.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in comics wise, it feels like it's coming out of nowhere. No book was doing anything with Blade for Dracula just to randomly pop up and want to take over the world again.
In all fairness, same thing with Gang War.
At least that's still just a Spider-Man thing, but this is everybody.
Hey, Hey, not from what I hear. Apparently, Spider-Man doesn't even play a big part in gang war. It's just mainly about the street gangs, like shining in this. You know?
I want you to know the guy writing that book has also helped write Deadpool 3. So and he got
Oh,
his hope. Yeah,
you
he's the
just had
fourth
to burst.
person and the fourth writer.
You just had to burst my bubble at the last moment, didn't you, Austin? Like,
Just because he can't write Spider-Man, don't mean he can't write Deadpool. That's all I'm saying.
gotcha. But anyway, I think we talked enough about this. You guys have any final thoughts or
40
any?
tie-ins is way too many fucking tie-ins.
I'll check out a tie-in that isn't Spider-Man.
Agreed.
There better be some damn good art germ variants of this to sell.
Yeah, I want all sexy vampires of everybody, every boy, girl, everybody.
There you go. But alright, guys. With that, let's move on to the next topic. Austin, you want to do this one?
Oh, yeah, give me a chance. Okay, let's see. Chip Zdarsky turning down Spider-Man. Yeah, there was when I first heard about it, it was a big deal because credit knows I've been trying to get Chip Zdarsky to write Spider-Man since like Story.
Yeah.
So to find out he was the original writer they chose to write Ultimate Spider-Man, but after reading what like the outline by Jonathan Hickman, he was like, "No, Hickman, you got to write this book yourself." Which is by monthly. I was disappointed. I was like, "Bro, we could have finally had it."
Keep them. This is how I think the meeting went, right? Because like Marvel seems to want to have to bring Chip Zdarsky back to do something. Originally it was Spider-Man, but then Chip Zdarsky's like, "Oh no. I learned my lesson when it came to when it came to Gotham War. I don't want to have to write a book that has to tie in with 10 other books. I'll come back to Marvel, but I want to run my own thing, which is how we got Avengers Twilight,
Kinda. But the only reason it was just disappointing, not just because, Jonathan Hickman did great, so I'm not mad or anything. But Chip Zdarsky's original reason of not writing the main Spider-Man book and why we have Zep Wells right now is because Chip Zdarsky was supposed to do it after his Daredevil run ended. And then he was supposed to go from Spider-Man, but then he signed on for more Daredevil. He doesn't want to write Spider-Man because he doesn't want the backlash of the fan base and how they act.
Ooh.
Even though in a lot of cases it's deserved, I would say. But he was like, writing Spider-Man is a lot of pressure for Marvel because not only do you have to go by because sometimes you can't go by your own wishes, you have to go by what the company wants.
Yep.
And some people like Nick Spencer was able to write a compelling story despite that, but it's still a lot of pressure, especially when you can't explain some stuff to the fan base about it.
Zeb Wells that says that they had to break up MJ the next time.
No.
Zeb Wells did that himself.
Okay. You can't be like, it's hard when you're actively doing things.
No, we're not talking about Zeb Wells. We're talking about Chip Zdarsky.
No, I know you're not talking about Zeb Wells. I'm saying that it seems like if a lot of the fans wanted their plate right now was just an arc of like Peter and MJ together, just like we fixed it. Let's get back to it. That's all fans wanted. The next one that comes in and knocks it over, and as you pointed out, fans will rightfully get mad at that because that's not what they wanted. Just write your story, but make sure it just doesn't go too far. Experiment, but
I just want to imagine what the world would be like if Chip Zdarsky was writing Spider-Man, but Marvel mandates specifically went to Chip Zdarsky and saying, "Yeah, you could write Spider-Man, but we need you to break MJ and Peter up." I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah, he'll turn the book down. But because he was writing Batman, he got used to the pressure, according to him. So he's more willing to write actual. Yeah, Batman's a lot of pressure too.
Dude,
and now he done wrote good Batman books as in Batman Legends and wrote bad Batman books as in Gotham War. So he's seen both sides of it. You know what I mean? So he says he's more used to the pressure, right? Like the main hero.
So what
for
you're
people.
telling me? So what you're telling me is that he intentionally made Gotham War a bad event so that he can experience what a backlash is on his career.
No, but I believe if I remember correctly, he was like just like with Spider-Man, there was a lot of mandates for Batman.
Yep.
Also, is
So he just couldn't get past what he needed to do to make that story good, to be honest.
also from my understanding, I think Batman's easier to fumble with fans than I think Spider-Man is. I think Spider-Man's not as hard as writers make it out to be. I feel like Batman
To
is
be fair, with
You know.
Spider-Man, he already hit every low. You can do the bare minimum and be a good book with Spider-Man.
Batman. People who want Batman to just be the god. You have
Yeah,
people who want Batman to be the man. You have
Hey,
people who
yeah.
want Batman to do all this other shit.
Either you're doing what he
hey,
did when he had Batman fall from space and surviving,
hey.
or getting
When you
stabbed and then acting like he's dying.
Hey, when you talk about returning back to the status quo with Peter, he always goes back to being poor and miserable and barely holding his life together. Batman, his status quo is going back to being rich.
Money?
Yeah,
Like
like
money?
imagine that being your status quo, which that's where you're always going to be going back to. Like,
Money? I think that's all of us.
But
But
mhm.
I'm not saying like Spider-Man's easy. I'm just saying like it's not like if you just follow certain things, nine
yeah,
times out of 10 will probably
there,
be fine.
there. If it was Spider-Man, there's probably like three big things you don't want to do. Piss off the Spider-Man MJ fans. He's like, so if you're not going to do that or do that relationship, just don't have MJ in the book. like legitimately, like there's no point. Uh, do right by a lot of the villains because a lot of villains get done dirty every other book.
Mhm.
If you're gonna do a villain, you gotta do your history, bro. A lot of writers don't care. They just be doing it. Some villains, they just be pissing people off.
Yep.
And bring back the supporting cast because Spider-Man, for some reason, does not have friends in most books, and it be throwing people off. But if he said if he wrote Ultimate Spider-Man, it would have been weekly because Johnson. It's only monthly because Johnson Hickman has to do it. He's also doing all the other stuff.
Austin, when you say Spider-Man doesn't have friends, I can only imagine like Zeb Wells' answer to that would be, well, all of Peter Parker's friends found out that he was stealing from the Fantastic Four, all their stuff. So all Peter's friends are like, we don't want to be friends with Peter because he could probably steal our stuff.
Basically, yeah, he made Spider-Man blow up the steal something to save Mary Jane. And they act like the biggest
Very
thing in the
good.
world when they do stuff all like that
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, but come to
And then
find out,
the run before that had every hero hate Spider-Man because they had Wilson Fisk like, oh, Spider-Man's a great hero. So everybody, even Spider-Man long-term friends, like, fuck that guy. What the
come to
fuck's
find
happening?
out at the actual incident that they were actually pretty cool with it once they understood what happened. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Yeah,
You
and
finally
keep
find
in
out what
mind that,
happened. They find out. Everyone's fine. Even Captain America, like, okay, I get it. You were in a rush, and they
and,
they hate him for some reason.
and keep in mind the Fantastic Four ended up doing the exact same thing a few months
Yeah.
later.
The Fantastic Four, all people should not have been mad. They should have been the most understanding people for Peter.
Mm.
Actually, Dare and Peter thing happened at the same time, so they both had the 6-month time skip.
Mm-hmm.
What the mandates for Spider-Man is that they're so afraid of? Because I look at Zeb Wells' run, I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck limitations you actually have. So you can put Spider-Man.
I think it's more about Peter himself, Peter and MJ like themselves, and not really like what you do in the book. They seem like writers to do what the fuck they want. To be honest,
Yeah.
I feel like they're less mandates like other books based on how would be going on. But I think something with Peter himself you can't like. There's certain no-nos.
Yeah, because Peter and MJ in what way? Because Zeb Wells said that himself. That was his choice. That wasn't like editorial.
No, I don't mean like you can't have them together. I'm saying I think there's like certain stuff you just honestly can't do with the character specifically.
Keep in mind.
I don't know if Peter can be rich again. I don't know if Peter can get a steady job again, like stuff like that.
Keep in mind. The one thing that was a mandate that I know for sure in his run was the death of Kamala. After all,
Yeah, that was a mandate because they didn't want to rebirth her and stuff. So he had to randomly start writing Kamala and being in Spider-Man plus and kill her off. So like stuff like that.
They had to have Norman Osborn talk about how much Kamala means to him, to his life, how precious the moments were of Kamala bringing him coffee every morning.
But
You can't take those moments away. You can't. Money can't replace those moments, Peter. You know.
Like if you're having a great run or like just like a decent run of Spider-Man up to that point, and then like Kamala died the way she, it would have been annoying. Don't get me wrong, people still have been rightfully upset, but like I think people were like, yeah, but we've been enjoying it so far. I think we get. Eventually, people would have calmed down.
Yeah, it doesn't have his initial ideas are already just bad, to be fair. But like, I get what trying to write for the mandates, but also not do certain stuff to piss off the fan base who's already. It's like they're predestined that he's Spider-Man. To be honest, I think the last run people liked with Nick Spencer, even Nick Spencer run had like moments where like, oh, this is getting boring, or you're spreading it out a little bit too much. Cause he did everything he could, like undo every bad thing happening to Spider-Man, and then Zeb was said, "No, fuck that." But that's all I really have to say, man. It's a sad thing, but since he got over his like hesitation of writing Spider-Man, I do hope we still get him as the next writer. So I think Spider-Man needs like a big win, like across like both universes. Because if not, if we get one more bad Spider-Man run after this, and Ultimate Spider-Man is still great, people are going to stop reading the main line. They're not going to expect.
I don't know, man. This whole Zeb Wells runs have really touched a nerve with a lot of fans. Yet somehow this run still sells. You know.
Well, I think that's because Ultimate Spider-Man is monthly. It's either you get your weekly fix, or you have to wait a month for one issue. That's a lot of waiting time.
Your fix will be a little drug called self-control. We don't.
We'll have that here. We're comic fans. If we go to the comic store, we see it there, we're going to buy it.
Gotcha. Anyway, guys, I think we spoke enough about this. Y'all want to move on to the next topic?
Sure.
All right. Which do you want to do the honors to this one?
Yeah, I can do that. This is something that Crypto would be interested in. Ellie set to return in Cody Ziglers Deadpool run.
Yay!
Also, where's Valentine?
Jake, I want to know you're missing a topic, by the way, but I got it on my phone.
Valentine better be in this year's Pride Month issue, which that's all I'm saying.
Like, we don't get jack shit in this house.
I know. Well, we could dream though, you know. But anyway, as for Ellie coming in, you know what? I would say Ellie at this point, she's like that. She's like brown sugar. She'll make any issue sweeter if it's with Deadpool, you know.
I think it's time we awaken her power.
Yeah, you see, I think something changed within the writers' meetings, because remember, originally it was hinted at that Ellie was supposed to be playing a bigger role in this whole Krakoan era, and that she might have been popping up in Uncanny Avengers.
Well, yeah, that was before they fucked over Jonathan Hickman. He left. That was part of his plan.
Yes, you know. So I guess Marvel's like, okay, let's scrap the idea, and Cody Zigler, you know, if you want to write her, bring her up, you know. And okay, fair enough. She's a well-liked character in the Deadpool fan base. One of my favorite moments was, you know, after post Jerry Duggan's era, where she was introduced. You had what's his name, Scotty Young. You know, he brought Ellie back. He brought Ellie back for one issue during his Deadpool run, and this was when Deadpool didn't remember her or anybody from her era. He was sent on an amusement park to assassinate somebody there. He was dressing up like the amusement park animal, and a bunch of kids were all coming at him, and one of them just happened to be Ellie, who was there at a school trip, and she ended up tagging along with Deadpool. Deadpool not realizing that that's his daughter, and she's like, "Why are you tagging along with me, kid? Oh, let me guess, you have mommy and daddy issues, right? Your dad hightailed it and left you, didn't he? Well, tough luck, kid. This is a tough world we're living in." I was like, God damn, man. So I'm hoping we get moments like those, you know?
Yeah.
Storyline wise, we still don't know much about where this Deadpool arc's going to go, but hey, you can expect to have heartwarming moments with his daughter, because she really is supposed to represent the innocence of Deadpool's life, you know? one good creation he had out of his let's see, how did I say this in a PG sort of manner? I'm not even going.
So what? Having two good movies wasn't enough.
The one shot that came out of Deadpool's pistol, the one good shot, the best shot of his life. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
Years of shooting blanks, he finally hit a target.
There you go. But going back to what Austin said earlier, if this could awaken her immune power, go for it.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for a character. Everyone's just waiting to see when it finally happens. Because we know what it is. It's just more now seeing what messed up situation awakens it for the first time.
And guys, imagine having Ellie's power. Because keep in mind, as a refresher to the audience, Ellie's power is the fact that she could kind of like rebirth herself like a phoenix, right? If she were to receive oh, okay, not in that sort of way. What happens is What happens is if she receives a death blow, she kind of like cocoons herself almost like an Inhuman in the Agents of Shield show, right? And then she reverts back to the age where her powers first manifested. So she could be like an old lady, right? And she got stabbed right in the chest, and she used her power, and bam, she's right back to having a teenager body. 13 again, yeah. How did you guys all feel about going through puberty multiple times?
Fuck that shit.
That makes you not want to get killed in missions,
I think if I can keep my school degrees and stuff, I think I'll be fine with it, to be honest. But every time it happens, I'll have to move. I can't be around kids I know.
Dude, imagine being the one who put the ring on Ellie's finger,
Dude, that's an instant divorce.
Dude, that is crime time, man. That is crime time. Like
I went from having I went from being able to love my life to being in jail like in 5 seconds.
Hey, if anything, this could be a great way to divorce their ass. Help! This 30-year-old man just is thinking on me. A 13-year-old is his wife. Oh, this sounds so wrong.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You hate this movie, but that's something Eternals was trying to tease and like getting at because the girl couldn't grow, like an age.
I remember that.
Sprite, and I was like, it's an interesting concept, but it's disgusting to talk about.
I know. Well, like her whole dilemma is like nobody on Earth would ever want to be with someone like her since she's always in a 13-year-old body.
Except for the creepy ones.
Yeah.
There's a comedian who's actually like because he skipped puberty somehow, so he looks like a child still. He wound up getting laid by an actual adult woman. So when he was like 20, he looks like he couldn't be older than 12. So, but I wasn't.
Yeah. I think I know which actor. A chubby actor, right?
The person that he slept with, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I mean the person you're talking about, the comedian.
No, no, hang on. I'll find it. But like, it was like a.
Okay. Yeah. You have people with rare condition that they're trapped looking young for a long time.
Yeah. Heath Cordes. Heath Cordes. Yeah.
All I want to say to Sprite is, have you ever looked into people who are into lolicons?
There you go.
They might qualify the previous category. I'm just saying.
Just saying, those are more open. Well, I think, or those is that just something closeted? I don't know.
Yeah, look. That's all. Twitter has its ongoing debate about it. I'll leave it to them.
Okay. Anyway, still looking forward to this run. Cody Ziegler, do me proud, man. Try to last more than 15 issues.
Yeah, let's go for 30.
Yay! And the Jerry Dugan curse once and for all, man.
I keep saying that's the thing, man.
Alrighty then. Well, with that, let's move on to the next topic, guys.
It's my
Austin,
turn.
this is you. Go ahead.
Jonathan Hickman. What?
You said it's my turn, so I thought I'd go. I was like, it's my draw.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jonathan Hickman talks writing Doctor Doom. I'm super excited for this because he said he was inspired to write Doctor Doom based on that issue of the Fantastic Four book we've been talking about, where Doom tries to save Valerian.
Oh wait, he's the one who started that whole friendship. Like,
no, he said he's been inspired to write this book based on that.
oh, okay.
So he saw the issue of like, I want to write Doom. He wants to because this book is in the near future. Doom alone must save the Marvel universe. Witness Doctor Doom on his journey, unlike any he has undertaken before. With Valeria at his side, Doom goes on a quest to harness more power than any human has ever wielded before in order to try to stop Galactus from bringing about the death of the universe. So it's a Doom Valeria book.
Okay, so and I assume Galactus is going to be done justice in this book. I'm hoping.
Well, he's about to kill everybody, but it's a one shot too. So I think he's just trying to set a new status quo. Remind people, hey, these people aren't jokes. Y'all got to remember these villains. Yeah, because some of the writers have been screwing these characters over. You got to remember these dudes are some of the top Marvel people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see how his take on their friendship, especially since I don't think he's going around with the kid Valeria. I think he's going to be a teenager or adult. Well, we haven't had like a 1v1 with her in Doom yet, so that's kind of exciting.
Like
I think Doom has taught them since they've been teenagers, besides like fighting them in Dead Watch Run.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine Doctor Doom will be one to come up to Valeria and saying, "Yeah, we gotta make up for a lot of lost time." Like I blinked and all of a sudden you're now a teenager. You're that much closer to gaining the throne of Latveria.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised about. I'm surprised they haven't just full on named her the heir to Doom by now.
It's in the well and Testament of Doom.
What it is like Victor is like, I'm waiting for your dad to die.
Listen, I can speed that up.
Yeah, I can't have him know that I value his family like that. I need the original one to die first, and then we'll talk about your hair.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be in any related family tree with Richards while he's alive.
Listen, Blair, you want to help me with that project at any time.
Yeah. But the writer is Green. What's his name? Something Green. I can't find it right now. So Sanford Green. But him and John was like, this is like a big bucket list project they've been wanting to do. And it's somewhat of their love letter to Doom and Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently Doom is at least Green's favorite character. And Hickman was inspired after reading the Fantastical run that he wants to do more with Doom. So it's a giant side story too, so it's a big issue.
Wait, awesome. When you say he's inspired by the issue, which issue were you talking about?
It's like the issue where Doom finds out that they didn't tell Doom that Valeria and Franklin was in space.
Oh, okay.
So Doom shows up mad, and he tries to spend like the whole issue trying to fix it. And he's like, you're right.
Hey, see, look at that, Jake. The ripple effects of Fantastic Four run by Ryan North are bearing fruit.
Yeah, it's Reed that apparently reminded him or reignited his love for Doom and Valeria and all these this relationship that was fleshed out when she was younger.
Yeah.
Him basically be the reason she was born, really.
Yeah.
Which is why her first words were Doom, funny enough. So he decided to write it. Other guys decided to draw it. And this is a one shot. It's not gonna lose anything from being made. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it sounds good. I wish it was more of a mini series, but if it's a one shot, it better be a damn good one shot, And hey,
this also adds to our point earlier that Jonathan Hickman is writing way too much stuff to do Spider-Man weekly.
You know what? Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's best that this is a one shot. Let's not have Jonathan Hickman write everything. He already has enough of his plate as it is. I mean, I assume he has a chalkboard right now of okay, this is the map that I'm doing of the Ultimate Universe. This is where the threads will connect. The miniseries are going to collide. This and that, and yeah, I just don't have space for another ongoing. Dang it,
I think he's just going to church and praying every week that Marvel doesn't screw him over like they did with X-Men,
Oh yeah.
where he has all this planned out, everything fine, and then the writers is like, no, we want to keep writing this era. We want you
Hey,
to move on.
maybe that's what.
And then Dan Slott's like, nah, screw you. Franklin's like, it's not a
Hey,
mutant.
maybe that's why Marvel's like, we're giving you your own universe to play with, Jonathan.
That was probably the only way to get him to come back. 'Cause I would have been pissed. I would not came back. My plan's working, and you punish me for it?
Yep.
Come on now.
Oh, and to sweeten the deal, you remember that Fantastic Four writer that screwed you over? Well, here is your Fantastic Four one shot. Go for it. Yeah.
But I think that's all we got to talk about with this topic.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Wow, we actually made the 2-hour mark.
Yep.
Yay.
We only got one topic left too.
Wait, what was? Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Austin. This is also you, man.
Black Panther is coming to an end. Thank God. And despite one YouTuber talking about, oh, this is actually the greatest Black Panther run of all time. It is not. The idea of Black Panther itself was like not only challenged in this book, which is fine, challenging an idea is fine, but it was like broken in this book, especially following up on the last book, which said we was all anti-T'Challa, to be honest. Remember the last book before this was the Tower of Babel story?
Yeah.
And then it ended with kind of like F T'Challa, Namor, come in here. We're your people now. You're our dude. And they gave this man vibranium ships.
Oh my god.
They only get the Avengers vibranium. This man Namor has flying vibranium shooting ships. It's like, what are you thinking? And then after that they said, oh, so we're just gonna make both of Wakanda like the slums. We're gonna push out Black Panther into the slums of Wakanda and just have it be like regular, like the regular worst version of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, this is supposed to be the Black Golden City.
Hey,
this should not.
This will work at the time.
Like this should not exist.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. It should work. What
I was about to say, this will work to T'Challa's favor. He will be the winner at the end, saying, "Hey, when I was ruler, this was the Black Utopia. Now look at it right now. Now that I'm no longer king. See,
Yeah, and then you had the whole side stuff of what's his name, White Wolf. That was kind of in this book and not in this book at the same time.
Wait, White Wolf was in this run? What was he doing?
No, well, his people was in this run.
Oh, okay, his people.
Like his team.
Yeah, because
But it was like
I wanted to ask, was he a werewolf?
that's probably why he wasn't here, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
But his dudes and followers were here, and it was just a lot of stuff here that probably shouldn't have came off of Black Panther's most monumental run with Coates, with him having like the intergalactic empire of Wakanda and all the other stuff.
Yep.
That's just been ignored for the last 2 runs. He has a galaxy. I wonder, a galaxy, like 5 space stations and stuff in space.
You wonder how come that planet's never been relevant in any other book.
It should be a bigger deal. Like it should have had a part in like the Knoll invasion, King of Black, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No other writer wants to do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
But this book was bad. They turned Wakanda into Chicago. They kicked out T'Challa, had him being Batman. And Chicago. They basically in Gotham.
Yeah.
If Wakanda was Gotham, maybe what this book was.
For whatever reason.
And like we don't want to read that.
Yeah, for whatever reason, his new costume, which has white color scheme on it, is supposed to help him be more stealthier than he already was. Like,
The all black suit.
yeah.
That people couldn't see him at all.
How much more stealthier can you go if you're all black? Like,
They even gave him a cape.
yeah, exactly.
But it was like even like Shuri and their relationship was like ruined in this book.
Hmm.
Shuri was made to be queen, but even she wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah.
And, and it was like, bro, what's happening? Every part of this book is terrible.
Hmm. So here's a question for you, Austin. Who do you think's going to be able to fix all this for the next writer?
I don't even know, bro.
I want to say Jonathan. I want to say Jonathan Hickman because I think he could write a damn good Black Panther run, but he already has enough on his plate. And Marvel.
He's also overseeing Ultimate Black Panther already too.
Yeah,
so technically
yeah.
we might already get that.
Yep. And, on top of that, there's already this self-imposed prison where you can only have one type of person writing Black Panther comics from here on out. So.
If we weren't going by that rule, I'd like to see Donnie Cates do it because he already liked doing that crazy god stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to see his take on Basque and T'Challa's relationship with his other gods that he's been with. I think his god view of American like comics would be interesting in Black Panther.
Yep.
But that's I'm just happy this ending. Whatever the next book is, the next book can be terrible. I'll buy the first 3 issues just for the sake of it.
It has a very low bar, is what you're telling me, Austin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They can have 4 panels of like T'Challa pooping in a toilet. I'll be like, this is cinema.
Just have the next issue be like, this whole democracy and Wakanda thing isn't working out. Let's go back to Kings.
But I need them to deal with the Namor thing. Like the Namor thing has to be stopped. There's no way you gave Namor, who attacks the Earth every other goddamn Tuesday, a flying army.
Mm-hmm.
That killed half their people. And it's like, bro, we have to end the Namor thing next book. Like, I need it gone.
T'Challa already placed the dagger in Namor's heart. Shouldn't that have been enough?
Can we get our ships back? Let them make stay alone. Don't let them give our stuff. Did you see that panel of like how his ships and stuff were?
Which one?
The Namor panel with the ships and stuff in the air.
Oh yeah, you showed us the pictures of those. Yeah.
And this is like on the back of them already trying to make him more Aquaman-like with the sea monsters and other crazy stuff under the water. They were kind of too powerful. And we know y'all just gonna do another attack Earth event where he loses. So let's not do this
again. Gotcha. Well, if anything, we could guarantee at least the next run can't possibly do anything more triggering than this past run did.
I'm waiting for the next book so that we can bring this topic back up.
Yeah.
To see if it's better or not.
I pray that it's better. I pray to which that it's better.
We're going to talk about Ultimate Black Panther this Thursday, hopefully, and so can't wait to talk about that. So
and pretty soon I get to talk about the new Ultimate X-Men book.
Yay! And then pretty soon I get to talk about Captain America.
Since we barely have time, I wanted to squeeze this in because I just had something I wanted to say. Okay.
Go ahead.
TMNT Mutant Mayhem is getting a little spin. What's it called? Tales of the Turtles or something? I don't know. Something. The trailer came out, and I don't know. Like, I think this trailer highlighted like why I just don't like this iteration that much. Because like again, I think they're good as a group, but I don't really see any individualism in them, so none of them are appealing. The writing team that was in the movies, I don't think they're working on the show, and if they are, oh my god, the sequel might be terrible. Because some of these jokes that were in the trailer were just like awful. The plot seems to be that the turtles are riding high off their victory over the Superfly, and they feel like nothing can stop them. They can only go up. and then they're gonna probably get humbled or something. I don't know. Like it's just
Again, Jake, this is trashy. This is a trashy show for a new generation, man.
I guess the reason I bring this up is because I am curious if having these turtles in movies is better than having them in shows. I know they just want brand consistency and not have two different turtles running around, but like maybe it's not a good idea for them. Because I do wonder if this show will kind of expose the flaws of this iteration, or maybe they'll fix them.
Or who knows? Like maybe it could give them a chance to give every turtle a chance to shine, or give them their own individuality.
Well, the smart thing to do would be like, oh, hey, look, Donnie can be super. Learn to be super something. I don't know.
I mean, it's like Legends of Awesomeness. Like the main Kung Fu Panda movie never got a chance to delve into the background of each of the Furious Five, but there you have it with Legends of Awesomeness. Everybody got multiple shows about them.
God forbid the movies ever do anything with the Furious Five anymore. So, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's always a chance that that there's always a chance that they'll flesh them out. I just don't know. They seem so preoccupied with making them teenagers above all else. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna work with this.
Don't you want to see more? Don't you want to see more of Splinter hooking up with his Beetle girlfriend? Man, come on.
I don't know. The trailer's not that good. I don't like the art style. By the way,
to be connected to the movie.
Say again? What this show?
Is it confirmed? Is it confirmed to be connected to the movie?
From my understanding, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
It's gonna be continuing off of the movies, but I'm pretty sure that the sequel to the movie isn't gonna really acknowledge anything from the show.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be like, oh, we had some offhand adventures, but don't worry about it. And like, I think, yeah, like, I just don't know if the show's a good idea. Now, to be fair, I know why they wouldn't think it's a bad idea, but I don't know based off what I'm seeing in this trailer if this is a good idea for this team.
If you're saying they're probably going to wave it off, I don't think the show should be connected because that means there's not a lot of room for actual growth for characters that can't be undone or talked about in the second film.
The only thing you can develop is their individualism and make that a problem in the sequel. Like, oh, now that we've been in school long enough, we kind of grown apart because we're all
now you're too different. You're not a team anymore.
Oh, right. So, and that could be a way to fix at least one aspect of the Turtles. I don't know. But then you have to spend the whole fucking movie being like, oh, they gotta be a team again. Because I don't know. That would be a plot I'm interested in, but I get it. People find it interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to talk about it. It's just there. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But
oh, good. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna watch this show because I don't really watch much Nickelodeon nowadays. So
I'll give it a shot. I think I've tried like every turtle show. I mean, even now, Paramount Plus made a big deal. Like, we have every turtle show on Paramount Plus, so go watch it. You can watch the 80s show, which is a big deal because before you couldn't watch the 80s anywhere. There was like nowhere to watch that show. So the fact they have 3 seasons at least is insane. But yeah, if you want to watch every Turtles cartoon, it's all on Paramount Plus. Or if you just want to watch 2003, it's on YouTube for free.
Gotcha. All right then. Any final thoughts on this?
Wait.
Austin?
Eddie, do you think there's a possibility of bringing in any type of new villain or anything from the
throwaway villains like Armagon or like something they were just never gonna do in a movie? I think you just throw away. You could just have a scene where it's
we just know Splinter can't be used.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think that they could be throwaway villains that they're not going to use at all, and then like in the movie they'll just be like, yeah, the Turtles have been on a bunch of other adventures. Look at their highlights, and they'll have like a bunch of newspaper stuff, and then you'll see like all the villains they fought in the show, and then you can just do that. So let's say Armagon, Rat King. They're probably not using Rat King. I just really don't.
Hey! Don't discredit the goat.
Rat King. If they're brave enough Tiger Claw. But
There you go.
At that point,
Mhm.
they could have brought Tiger.
Tiger King and
Okay.
Jake,
I guess
you want
I'll
What about
to?
Tiger King?
I guess I'll talk.
Oh, what?
Welcome back.
Oh, I was like,
You cut out for a good second. What have you?
I was saying the last thing I think I said that was online was if
We heard Tiger Claw, then you ended.
oh yeah, I was saying they could bring Tiger Claw, but like I think at that point you just bring Shredder in because like roughly this. I mean, Tiger Claw.
Well, he could be his second in command, and then you lead it to the film to replace Shredder.
Yeah, maybe Dog Pound. You can bring Dog Pound back. Fish Face. That would be.
Bring in Slash. He should have been in the movie, to be honest.
Right. Slash could have been. I mean, well, because I'd be like, oh, there's like a fifth fucking turtle around there out there. We don't. I think that's too much to just have a whatever.
Hater.
Metalhead, maybe make him a villain again.
Bring in a female turtle.
Not in a show. You gotta.
Nah. Bring April. Return April to the female turtle next film. Watch, we're doing it.
They can't make fans any more mad than what they did with April.
No, I mean, if there's like anything of significance, you can't do. A fifth turtle is.
To be fair, they weren't specifically bad. That they're mad that this is now the trend of what April is.
Yeah, if you want to turn April to a turtle for an episode, sure, but don't just introduce a fifth turtle in the show. That has to be a movie of some capacity. You can't do Casey Jones because I think Casey Jones, based off the last movie, I think Casey Jones is going to be in a movie. So it just exists.
Yeah, if anything, he's gonna be like the bully in high school, based on how they're doing the teenage games.
I don't like Leo's like, oh man, it's fucking Casey Jones.
He's basically gonna be there, Kevin 11, until he becomes friends with the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if they're gonna do that, then yeah, Casey Jones, sure. I'd rather like any coherent plot lines they could do. I don't know.
With them over since this franchise, this version is more teenage than Ninja. Compared like ours, there's not a lot you can do that wouldn't change up the status quo before the film.
And then my problem with this team and how they learn their skills is like, how do they improve? Like what the fuck? It's not even like we have a lot of.
They just watch IP Man, bro. Put on some Bruce Lee, get it to go.
We don't even have a lot of martial arts movies today that I'm aware of. I don't know what no one can go so far.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I'm just done.
Yeah, I watch them all the time. We have shows and everything.
Jake, there are tons of martial arts films that just never made it big. You know.
Well, and then here's the thing. Shredder is actually trained, so like, you know what I mean? It's
but to be fair, based on how they're doing it, it might not even matter. If I can see and copy anything I see perfectly, then I'm Bruce Lee now.
I guess so. I just you know what they do?
People like that.
They record Shredder. They record Shredder fighting, and then they just like watch him.
They football practice this man.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, while you're getting beat up, I noticed he has a flaw here in his left leg. So we're gonna copy his moves and try to weaken his left leg here. That's our game plan.
That's how we strike. I mean, I hope Leonardo just keeps being a Leonardo, because that's like the only thing I like about these turtles. Is fucking
Hey, I just hope these turtles stop trying to put their penises in women, in human women. That's all I ask. You know, they really went out their way to make more mutant people, and they're still like, nah, he wants April.
You know what they can do? They can't do a fifth turtle, but they can bring in Mona Lisa. They can bring her back. There you go.
There you go.
They can bring her girlfriend in there. Do that for an episode or two.
Do you think the show can introduce Karai?
Nah, she's too big.
And like the prequel to Shredder, Like you tell me, you don't know what's coming next.
So here's
I feel like she's too big to be in a show. She's somebody they want to put for the movies.
Here's what you do: you introduce Karai, she could be the main thing, and then like you could go two routes. You could either have Leo be like interested in her instead because she can actually fight, and then like when the movie starts, April's like, "Are you guys going after Karai again? Make sure Leo's focused because he's always distracted when it's Karai." And then that's how you would. It's just they've had history up to this point, and they could do that. Or you can just have like just Karai being like, oh, it's Karai again. She always gets away anytime we try to fight her or something like that.
Yeah.
You can do that, and that's how you would.
I guess it depends. The name implies that it's like a villain of the week type thing, not an overarching story. To be fair, with Tales of the Ninja Turtles or something like that, right?
I'm gonna look it up just to be sure. I'm probably just like, but
I
yeah,
think Tales of the Ninja Turtles
yeah. I'm gonna. Let me
or
see.
Tales of the Mutant. Or something.
Back in its first series, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that implies like a more weekly adventure type or different adventures that these dudes go on character like every now.
This art style is so flat, bro. I don't like it.
What?
I don't like the art style for this.
It doesn't match the movie, and it's probably not gonna match the second film either.
Yeah, like team up with old allies to spot. So the plot is that it promises to explore the adventures of everyone's favorite pizza-loving heroes as they emerge from the sewers.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
Well,
My favorite pizza loving still Spiderman.
He loves pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
He literally calls it a pizza shop, and he just sits on the roof and they have to web the pizza up.
I know he grabs a Spider-Man. I would think that's a Spider-Man.
Nah. Spider-Man's main food is pizza, bro.
Yeah, okay. Well, onto the streets of NYC. Leo, Raph, Donnie, and Mikey are faced with new threats and team up with old allies to survive both teenage life and villains lurking in the shadows of the Big Apple. More cast members will be announced soon, presumably to flesh out those allies and foes might be. And we didn't really get to see anything like of interest, but yeah.
So yeah, they probably will just do the Foot Clan as a whole and not Karai. They set up the. They keep hinting at villain lurking in the shadows. Other than like the mutants we just unleashed, there's not a lot of people you can do. That should be active right now.
I think you can do Karai fine. Maybe like try to.
No, they just have her beat a foot and then reveal at the end that she's Karai, and then that be a part of the movie.
Yeah, like I said, just do it. You can still just have the turtles be like that's their as long as that was their primary target in the show, they just never got. And in the movie, just say like, we've been Karai for a while. We just can't. Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
That's a lot of Velcro over there. But that's the TMNT. Hopefully it's good. I'll check it out. But I don't know.
We're done. It's almost 1:00.
Yeah. That's why.
All right, guys. Yeah, we made it through a whole show. So, end us out, Witch.
Oh shit. Okay. First of all, subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel because I will come after you if you don't. Yeah, because I said so. Also, follow us on Twitter. That's where all the updates go. Not just for when we post new episodes, but other stuff as well. Like I said, we will keep you updated on the Instagram. Yeah, if you want to follow your boy, you can follow me on Twitter at WitchofYotin with an E instead of a U because why not? You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at witch_of_Jotunheim. I do postings on there, so stay tuned, I guess. You know how to find Cryptid. I don't know where Jake is right now, and I don't honestly really care. And you know how to find Austin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Do